never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Coors Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Coors Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Coors Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Public notice, Discount Master Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Master Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios and talking to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com. You can watch the show live and chime in with your thoughts, comments, questions on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So make sure you check us out there as well. All right, man, we got a packed show for you on this Monday, coming off week 2 of the college football season and week 1 of the NFL. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll hear from J.J. McLamb from East Carolina, talk about what went down at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium on Saturday. Brian Bailey joins us at 3 o'clock, or 3:30, I should say, to recap ECU, talk high school football, talk NFL as well. At 4 o'clock, we'll have an NFL recap for you. At 4:30, we'll go inside the Players Lounge with Tyler Snead, East Carolina wide receiver, and DJ Ford, East Carolina safety. At 5 o'clock, we'll hear from East Carolina quarterback Holton Ahlers. At 5:30, we'll talk to Pirate receiver CJ Johnson. And then in around 5:40 or so, we'll hear from Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith, the Pirate linebacker. So we've got a lot of trips inside the Players Lounge. Pirates coming off a 20-17 loss to South Carolina. Troy D is alongside. Troy, happy Monday.
Good to see you, Clip. Happy Monday to you.
Not a great weekend for the teams we root for.
No, between the Bears, the Pirates, and the Redskins, or team formerly known as Redskins.
Ofer.
Yeah, it's one of those weekends.
But guess what? There's always another game right around the corner.
There's a new weekend coming up, Clip.
Let's, I know we had some calls in the fifth quarter, Troy, and you were at the game on Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. And look, it was the first game hosted by Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium where fans were allowed in attendance, the capacity anyway, for a long, long time. And, there were some issues, apparently.
Well, and we wanted to reach out to East Carolina. And, there's always two sides to every story. And I know a lot of fans were upset with the lines and what was going on with this concession. So let's just get straight to our Fixed NC Live Line. J.J. McLamb, Associate Athletic Director, join us on the Live Line. J.J., first of all, thanks for your time today. We really appreciate it. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for the invite to come on and to join you guys.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it as far as how Saturday went operationally for you guys from ECU's perspective. Let's start there, not on the field, but I guess off the field with the stadium operations.
Yeah, Troy, I'll just be very transparent with you guys. We did not meet our standard of expectations that we've set under our administration and our leadership. And we spent a good bit of the day yesterday and all morning this morning working with our vendors and our partners to put together some solutions that will get us to meet our standards as we look to host College of Charleston in a couple weeks.
JJ, I know we've talked some yesterday, and the first thing is you got to recognize what the issues are to fix them, which you guys are doing, and you definitely don't want to repeat of that in a couple of weeks. As you guys have kind of taken a look back at Saturday, and we are living in some crazy times with the COVID situation still out there, and it's hard to find help for a lot of businesses. Any business owner can relate to that right now. I guess ECU is not immune to that. You found that you guys were in some of the similar situations on Saturday that just happened to be short-staffed and you had a massive crowd, but I'll let you kind of address that as far as what went wrong.
Yeah, Troy, I will. And we'll, kind of walk you through our process that led us up till Saturday. Back in May, we met our administrative team. We met with Airmark, which oversees all of our food operations and our, all of our concessions. And, we really told them that we had one impression for a first impression as we got ready for a South Carolina game. Knew that was going to be a very important home opener for us. So we worked very diligently with them from May, the spring, over the summer. And, you'll notice that we made a lot of changes around our concession stands, a lot of graphics. And Airmark came to us and really put in the infrastructure to update some of our booths. And, we really had a good plan coming into it. And working with them, we realized as we got in July that we could possibly have some labor issues. So they came to us with a plan to bring in 40 outside folks from Airmark, from other schools across their districts, from Wilmington, Clemson, Lenore, Ryan, Carolina, NC State, to name some places that they pulled staff from to come here for our home opener. And we really had a great plan, but as we got into the week, on Friday, we received a few calls Friday of some nonprofits that work our concession stands that, hey, something's come up, we can't be there tomorrow, COVID can't be there. Whatever the reasons were, those calls started coming late Friday, and then on Saturday, we had significant calls. And just to kind of put it in perspective for you, Troy, we lost 11 groups between Friday and Saturday. That equals 122 employees. So when you put those numbers within 24 hours of the game, losing that kind of staff, you can't make those bodies up overnight. And so, we worked with Airmark on Saturday morning to try to move some folks around, position some different folks in different stands, and, really made the best of it. But we realized that, we did not have our best foot forward, but it is a labor issue. It's shortage of staff. And then, our crowds were great. We couldn't ask for a better crowd to be in Dowdy-Ficklin on Saturday. And we appreciate everybody that was here and knowing that we've got some changes to make as we look forward to the next game. And we've been working on that for 2 days. Airmark realizes where they're at, but like I say, we're in this as a partnership with them. And we realize that we've got to make some staffing changes. And so we're doing that. We've started today reaching out to some different groups to see if they're interested in working for us on game day, because, when you lose those kind of numbers within 24 hours, as I said previously, you can't make it up. There's not enough time to recruit and get new people here, especially the morning of the game. Folks are calling out sick. So, but it's not an excuse. Not trying to say it is. We own it. And but we are committed to correcting it for the next game.
And when you mentioned, those 11 groups that kind of really short notice, I assume that kind of equates to almost 11 concession stands, because for folks that don't understand, you guys have gone back to letting community organizations help run those concession stands, and that community organization then gets to profit in the proceeds of that. It's a great fundraiser for them. For folks that are out there listening that want to be part of the solution, say, hey, look, I'd like my church to be involved in this, or I'd like my organization, whatever nonprofit group they have, to be affiliated with that, and a great way to raise money for that group. One, can they still do that at this point, and how many would you be looking for? And how do they make money?
Sure. Yeah, that is a great point, Troy. And yes, we would still take groups to come in right now. They don't have to be a nonprofit. They can be any organization that would like to come, and we pay a percentage of that group's sales from that booth from that day. And Airmark has got a great program that they've been working for years on that. So, but if anybody's interested, they can contact me, and we will definitely get them in the right direction and get them contacted with Airmark about how to get them set up.
All right, and the good news is, I guess you do have a couple weeks now to kind of hopefully address these issues. And are they fixable problems from your perspective?
Yeah, they really are. They are. They're very fixable. We just got to, put our heads together and come up with a workable solution. But it starts with bodies and being able to get staff to come to work. And I really have got the confidence in Airmark and with our leadership team here to rectify the problem.
All right, while we got you on, JJ, I know one of the things we heard too, the stadium audio seemed to be a little struggling at times. And I know, look, we're in the communication business. Equipment can go out, fuses can get blown. Was there any reason behind that it didn't sound as crisp as it normally does? Have you guys been able to diagnose maybe what went wrong with the scoreboard?
Yes, we have. And you guys hit the nail on the head there. Technology can be your best friend or it can be your worst friend. And unfortunately, all week last week, it was our best friend. And then on Saturday, we had issues. And, we acknowledged that. But, it was and I know just enough about it to be dangerous, but there's a cluster of amps and equipment up there that run our scoreboard and our PA and audio. And they're synced in line. And unfortunately, the first one in line worked, but the next two went out. So we were only pushing out enough sound for those two. It was not fixable on Saturday, and, we apologize for that. But we are having the local guys here in town start to work on it and give us a solution to get the equipment replaced and repaired before the next home game.
Once again, we're talking to J.J. McLamb. He's the Associate Athletic Director for Internal Operations. We're talking about the aftermath of the season opening game for at least the home opener for our ECU last weekend. J.J., while we got you on the line real quick, I had a friend ask me, we have his parents are a little bit older, maybe not handicapped per se, but they struggle somewhat with mobility, I guess is a good way to do it. Was wondering, are there game day shuttles available for our fans to be able to get them to the stadium, like when I say game day shuttle, like a golf cart that could get them at their parking spot and then bring them to the stadium? And if so, how do fans that need that, how do they utilize that?
Yeah, we do have that service available, and we have predetermined pickup locations in our parking lots that you'll be able to see. There's an A-frame sign out there that says ADA shuttle pickup, and we have those, and they run from 3 of our main lots around the stadium, drop off at the gates, and then post game picks up at the gates and takes you back to, those predetermined pickup locations. But if anybody has any issues there, they can reach out to us, and we will try to accommodate the best we can. But we do have those shuttles on game day.
All right, sounds good. And from the other issues that we talked about, what about, I'll give you a chance to talk about things that went well. There wasn't all bad. So as you guys take a look at from Saturday, and it's been a couple years since ECU's had a crowd that big, maybe even longer in the stadium, what was your takeaway from Saturday?
Well, I'm so pleased with Pirate Nation to come out for that game on Saturday, to stay the whole time, to be so energetic, have the energy in there. It was amazing to have fans back in Dowdy-Ficklin. And I asked that, hey, come back out for our next home game in 2 weeks. Bring that same energy, because it really does help our team. It helps our department. It helps everybody that's involved with it. So, I'm just grateful that Pirate Nation was there, and we asked for the continued support.
All right, and once again, if someone's just tuning in, J.J. McLamb joined us from ECU Athletics, and if somebody went to the East Carolina game, let's say they didn't have a great experience when it came to the concessions, whether it was trying to get a popcorn, a water, or a beer, and maybe had to wait too long or was unsuccessful, what I hear you saying, J.J., is you guys have heard that, it was an issue, you're responding to it, and you're going to do the best that you guys can do to hopefully address that, and hopefully folks will give you a second chance if that was their first experience, and give East Carolina football another chance as a fan at the game, and don't let that be the and I'll say this, I've been here 30 years, I've never seen it like that, so I don't think that's the norm. I know it's some crazy circumstances that you described earlier. Hopefully people will give you guys another opportunity.
Yeah, I hope so, Troy. I mean, it is. I think all of these little issues are correctable, but we're working very diligently on it, and we're just thankful of everybody's support and ask that they come back out and bring that same energy when we have College of Charleston at 6 p.m. on next Saturday.
JJ, thanks for your time today. Appreciate the transparency, letting us know what was going on behind the scenes and what you guys are doing about it, and really appreciate the work you guys are putting in.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Troy. And as always, as I'll tell Pirate Nation, we welcome constructive criticism. It's hard for us to fix the issues if we don't know about it. So, I ask if there's other issues out there that folks want to just email us, you can do that, and we will adjust those and address them as accordingly.
Fair enough. Thanks, JJ. Keep up the good work.
All right, thanks.
All right, JJ McLamb joined us as we open up the show clip, and I think that is what he said right there at the end. They can't fix problems unless they know about them, and also I think the good thing about it is admitting that when there are problems, that they're not trying to just say, oh, everything's fine. I think they knew there were issues, and hopefully East Carolina folks are a forgiving bunch, and it sounds like things will be run a lot smoother the next game. And it's just, as I said, unfortunately kind of the crazy times we live in. I've been at restaurants and stuff and some great places, and things take longer than they normally do, and when you get that many thousands of people in one spot, and you heard JJ say, 11 groups kind of no-show you, which equates to over 100 folks that they would have had serving people.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense there were issues.
You can't cover it. Yeah, you can't make up that ground that fast.
Unfortunately, if things don't turn around on the field, the crowds aren't going to be that big moving forward.
Yeah.
So, East Carolina on the field needs to put together a winning product to give yet another reason for fans to want to show up. I mean, I know we took calls for over 3 hours, I believe, on the fifth quarter. It was a marathon show.
Yeah.
And, it was so awesome to be there in the stands at a game cheering on the Pirates. There was that, but there was a lot of bad experiences at the game. We just went over from there. So, it was some good and bad, and you just hope moving forward that they can fix those mistakes that were made, and everybody can have a more pleasant experience.
Yeah, I think, look, there's mistakes that can be fixed on the field and off the field. And if East Carolina can fix those, there could still be a lot of good things happen this season, Clip. All is not lost. And first of all, kudos to the defense. I thought the defense looked incredible Saturday, and they did, everything they could do within their power to win that game. And one play here, one play there, it's a totally different atmosphere right now. It's a totally different attitude right now. Unfortunately, the game played out the way it played out, but I still, I am not one of these doomsday folks that thinks all is lost, and I still see this team is a talented team, and I still think there's great potential this season.
There is. You want to talk about the offense?
Well, I think the offense had struggled.
It was bad.
But I still, honestly, I think, look, I love Donnie, and I think he's one of my favorite people on the team, but I think Donnie needs to open up the offense a little bit. I think they have been too conservative, and this is just my opinion, and I think they need to let Holton be Holton, and let if the play isn't there and he can scramble and he can be more Tim Tebow like when he was with Florida, that's what I think we need to do. I think they need to go ahead and run more of a spread and get away from the pro set a little bit, and that's just my personal opinion. I think we are being, I want the Donnie from SMU last year. I love the Donnie of the first play. But then it seems like we tighten up as the game goes on. We get very conservative. In my opinion, if there was one adjustment I'd make, I would open up the offense more and let the folks and let the guys shine and let them do what they're capable of.
Something has to change. 11 of 24, 77 yards, 2 picks from your quarterback in 2021 with all the high-powered offenses going on across the country is just brutal. Rajay Harris, 14 for 70, 5-yard average. They ran the ball pretty well, especially compared to week one. And there was that drive in the second half where Rajay got cranked up. Keaton Mitchell finished 42 yards on 14 carries, but the passing game just non-existent. And Ehlers, once again, had a long run. We've seen it in back-to-back weeks now. And look, I feel like we've talked about this for ages. Let Holton Ehlers run the football, mix in some of that, and it's just not happening. But he had a 34-yard run that was one of the big plays outside of the sneak throw on Saturday.
Yeah, and you go back to, just one play of the game that I think really changed the whole dynamic of everything. You go back to the pass play towards the end of the half to Rajay Harris. It unfortunately goes through his hands, bounces off of him, and it's a pick six for South Carolina. If that doesn't happen, Rajay catches that. Let's say we score a touchdown in that area. ECU goes into the half up 21-0. That is a complete game changer, Clip. Then, going into the half with South Carolina.
But at the very least, 14-0. We would have taken that.
Even if you didn't score and you missed a field goal, whatever. If you go in the half at 14, you take that touchdown off the board, ECU wins the game.
Yeah.
The margin of victory was what, 3?
Probably so.
So, I really felt that one play not only changed the momentum of the game, but was really the difference in the game. And it's just one of those bad breaks. I think you run that play 20 more times, he catches that ball. It's just one of those things that just happens.
We've been really good the last couple of years, even in losses, of scoring at the end of halves and good things happening at the end of the first half. Jake Verity hit I don't know how many field goals at the horn to go into the halftime locker room.
Yeah.
This year, we've had a Hail Mary call go against us, and then a pick six right before half.
We've had 2 bad plays.
The end of the second quarter has killed the Pirates, really, in 2 weeks.
And that momentum going into halftime really means something, Clip. You can either take it and maximize it, or it can spiral, bring you down. And it has just been 2 weeks of back-to-back unfortunate plays against the Pirates right going into the half.
Do agree with you. Defense played some inspired football, and that's what you want to see at home when the crowd can get up, get loud on third downs. And we'll talk, you'll hear from the players later on, but Tyler Snead pointed it out a couple of times, giving the defense credit. South Carolina was 2 of 12 on third downs, which is fantastic defense.
Yeah.
On the flip side, East Carolina's offense was 2 of 16 on third downs, which is just awful. But for ECU's defense to hold South Carolina to 2 first downs on 12 third down attempts was fantastic. They played well enough to win, obviously, on Saturday.
And if I remember correctly, I think at halftime, South Carolina had negative 20 yards rushing, which is, when have you? This is an SEC team that we had negative 20 yards rushing.
Their running back had over 1,300 yards last year, Kevin Harris.
So that is just an impressive performance. And we're getting back to Holton. I know that there is some talk, about wanting to protect him, but I swear, I think we talked about this off the air. I think if you keep him in the pocket, he's getting hit anyway in the pocket. He's getting banged up and bruised and tackled there. In my personal opinion, you're better off if the play doesn't work out right away, let him go loose. He's able to avoid a hit more if he's running by sliding or going out of bounds, or maybe applying a hit himself to somebody versus just staying in the pocket and getting hammered.
Well,
so I would rather see him go out and let him do his thing than just be forced to stay in that pocket and take a hit.
It reminds me of being a Washington fan, the RG3 days, when you would argue, RG3, we can't have him run because he's going to get hurt. But you don't really want him as your quarterback if he's just a pocket passer, because that's not what he does well. He does well getting out of the pocket and running. If he's not doing that running, he's probably not worth being your starting quarterback. You got to use all the strengths, and you can't play scared. And
I feel on offense we've been playing scared. Yeah, I really do.
Maybe so.
And maybe I'm wrong on that. And I'm not the coach, but I'm just telling you the perception I see from there. I feel like we're playing scared, we're playing too conservative, and that's the I think if you just open it up a little bit, you definitely beat South Carolina, and I think, who knows, App State could have been a different story.
Robert, tuning in on Facebook Live, says he wants to hear old ball coach Joe from the fifth quarter again, one for the decades. Well, Robert, hang on. We're going to talk to Brian Bailey at 3:30 coming up later on this hour. We're going to replay Joe's call from Saturday on the fifth quarter, one of the all-time calls we've ever gotten.
He was the coach that called in?
Well, he said he was a coach.
Yeah. And I wanted you to ask him.
He was the high-pitched Matt Foley screaming guy.
Yeah, he was screaming a lot. I wanted you to ask him what he coached.
Yeah, well,
I was curious.
After 5 minutes of him screaming, I was about done with Joe.
He got you screaming, I saw.
It was awesome. It was
got you
hilarious.
fired up. It's about right in the midpoint of the show, too. That was great. That was
Troy, that was 2.5 hours.
Was it in? It just went so fast. That was an exciting show, I got to tell you.
It really went fast, Troy. It goes a lot faster, I realize, if you aren't at this table actually working it. When you can do other things while you're listening to it.
I thought it went by quick.
Real fast show. No, that was a really funny call, and it gave me a second win. It helped me finish the program. Kind of funny, Jonathan brings this up. Dale's Day was the best. Well, guess what? Coming up at the end of this hour, I got Dale's phone call coming up too, where Dale just kind of took us through his day.
Yeah, that was. I heard that. And it was good to hear from Al again.
Philly Al.
Who how ironic, who coined the phrase
Rooster Neck
to Billy Weaver, who was on the show.
I got a bone to pick with Rooster Neck, too. The moron was beside me yesterday during the Washington game.
What happened?
Hey,
Go ahead and tell me about it.
No, I mean, look,
I want to know.
Nobody cares.
I care.
Washington's got it. 4th and 7 at the Chargers' 40-yard line. Defense giving up long drives all game. 7 minutes left to go. And Ron Rivera punts in their territory to give them the ball back. Do you think that Washington got the ball back? No. They ran the clock out. Rooster Neck, I like the idea to punt there. That's a good call. The defense is going to hold them. Billy, they hadn't stopped him all day. Yeah, but you don't go for it there. You punt. That's what football. Billy goes into I know more football than anybody mode. I'm saying this is you're being a moron, a dinosaur. You're playing 1940s football. It's 2021. Keep up with the times. Washington doesn't touch the damn ball again the rest of the game. And I'm just looking at Weaver the whole time. They're getting all these first downs and the clock's going down. Like, Weaver, you like to punt? Good idea to punt? Moron.
Taylor, you know what I call this? The honeymoon's over between Cliff and Weaver.
No, I love him on the fifth quarter.
The bloom is off the rose.
It's a completely different world
it's a
when
different
we're watching
Weaver.
a Washington game.
Yeah, I know.
It's a completely, I'm in a different mindset, headspace. Oh, Billy on the fifth quarter is great. He's doing a great job. Love him.
Yeah, fifth quarter Billy's fine.
Sunday Billy, he's the worst. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Did he ever apologize and say you were right?
He came around finally and said, you know what, they probably shouldn't have punted there, and I just wanted to punch him in the face.
Did he tell you they just needed to lower the headgear more?
You know, he hadn't dropped that line, I don't think, this year. But no, I enjoyed watching Football Sunday with Chan Man, Billy, Big Daddy, a lot of folks. It was fun until it wasn't, Troy.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Our first half tiebreakers, second half AJ.
Oh, awesome. Way to support the sponsors.
Had a nice cold Pepsi
great.
from both, so I gave them both $1.
You're doing good, by the way. That's great.
Doing that.
Proud of you.
All right, we don't need to talk about the Bears.
Nope.
Marshall Troy D opened up a 9-10. Let me check it.
I saw a 10-point favorite, but I don't know what it is currently. You know, these things are fluid.
I was thinking 14.
Were you really?
So
I thought 10 was about right. If I had a guess, I would have put it right at that.
I'm sure you would have.
No, I mean, if you asked me beforehand, I'll tell you what I really think.
I know.
But
and you called ECU losing last week.
I did, unfortunately.
You could argue that they should have won that football game.
I said, I hope I'm wrong. And it was one of those games that could have gone either way. So once again, the odds makers kind of all over this thing. It started at 2, went all the way to the 2. Kind of, if you think about the line, it went back and forth.
Yep.
You know,
10 points is what I'm seeing now. So
yeah.
Marshall by 10. So total sitting at 55. So again, kind of a lower scoring college football game there.
And this is a true challenge for ECU to go up on the road. You know, this really
first true road game.
If you want to, that's what I was going to say. If you want to call it really the first true road game for the Pirates this year, we'll see how they handle it. And it's one of those games that so far, well, some fans there, but it's not going to be like it was in Charlotte. You know, where we have thousands of fans there.
Right.
There'll be a handful of Pirate fans.
A lot of green.
This is going to be an away game. There's
By the
no
way,
doubt about it. You know,
for people that have not followed Marshall, let me get the exact totals here. They have put up some points so far in 2021. Also, we're going to have to discuss how you can watch this game, which is going to confuse the hell out of people all week. And on Saturday, it's going to be confusing people. First of all, Marshall.
Oh, this is the Facebook game, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, geez.
Troy D. Marshall has outscored their opponents this year 93-17.
Wow. Who have they played so far?
Now, that's Navy, who's really down, who just fired their offensive coordinator, and North Carolina Central. So
isn't that interesting?
Team.
Navy fired their offensive coordinator 2 games in.
He wasn't running the option well enough. Hey, what's the next guy going to do? All right, run the option.
Yeah, run the option better.
Hey, what do you do? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a quick move by Kenny Matalolo. But how about that, Troy? 93-17.
Yeah, and this is probably their first real test with ECU coming in, too. So,
yeah.
You can make an argument.
It's their toughest game on the schedule thus far.
Yeah.
Next week they go to App. That will actually, that'll be a good game. How about App? Did you see any of their game in Miami?
Almost beat Miami.
It was a great game.
Yeah. How about Florida State? I watched the end of that one.
That was nuts.
They were up 17-7 with like 4 minutes to go. The Seminoles were, and lost to Jacksonville State. Unbelievable finish to that game. That's got to be the worst loss in their program history, I would say.
And it wasn't really a Hail Mary. It was kind of similar to, unfortunately, ECU losing to UCF.
Yeah.
Where instead of the ball going up in the air, you got the big pile, a tip drill.
Right.
It was a long pass play, ball's caught, and there's 2 defenders down there, but they just couldn't make the tackle. So the receiver runs in, scores. And
it reminded me of the Bears game last night, the first score. That the Rams had. Did you see that? Where the defensive backs for the Bears are just watching the guy catch the ball.
He's
falls down.
The ground.
All they got to do is tag him, and they just look at him, and then he gets up and runs 10 yards in for the score.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pros. These are NFL guys.
Touch them. All you gotta do is just go like this anytime.
The guys at Aycock and Epps middle school team are coached better than they know to get them down.
Yeah.
These
sad.
are NFLers.
Sad time.
How does that happen?
Because the Bears stink. They have poor coaching.
I know. I'm with you.
Redbeard says it's been, quote, it just happens, or unfortunate mistakes, or bad breaks forever, and it never ends. It will never end.
Well, I don't know if it'll
It's the life of a football fan.
Yeah.
Hey, Redbeard.
It ain't easy being a Pirate, Redbeard.
Your Bengals pulled out a win yesterday. Congrats on that. How in the world did that happen in overtime? All right, Troy D, good stuff.
Good seeing you. Tyler's season opener game for Jagdog football
Good luck.
today at 4. So,
Little Monday, late afternoon football.
Yeah, rescheduled from last week. So I'll circle back with you later on this week.
Oh, good news. I saw the Matt Nagy headline. We definitely need to play better, and that starts with me coaching better. So everything's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, once again, you can't fix the problem unless you recognize it's a problem.
He's looking himself in the mirror.
His coaching might be a problem.
All right. Well, good luck to little TD.
Yeah.
Hopefully he scores a TD.
Yeah, it'd be exciting.
And you guys get a win.
He did in practice, he said the other day. So.
We'll talk to you later on this week, likely Friday.
Yes, I'll be back with you Friday, if not before.
And we'll hear your voice later on in the show.
Yeah, we had a chance to catch up with Holden.
We talked to Holden, and you also talked to the linebackers. So
yeah, that's right. Great conversation with Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith.
All right, good deal, Troy D. We'll take a time out when we return. Double B, another loser. His Cowboys lost week 1. It is loser fest here. No, not on that side of the room.
Hey, keep pounding, Chandler. Keep pounding.
And then Shirley's Dolphins beat the Patriots week 1. So that's the winners area.
That's over there. That's across the glass.
Yeah.
Does that even count?
It's like being at a club and we're in the VIP section, like just having fun.
Yeah. We didn't make it past the velvet rope.
You guys are still getting your IDs checked at the door.
We're in line.
Losers.
Yeah. We're paying full cover charge.
BB joins us after this timeout.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sug Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Dr. Chris Hasty with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. For more than 35 years, we've been taking care of the student athletes at East Carolina University. We are happy to receive the designation of official team physicians from the university. Whether you need assistance with a sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, my colleagues and I are here to help. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Flea Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Flea Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Flea Feet has the tools and technology to get you on the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Flea Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We got folks tuning in. Dan was frustrated Saturday at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. He was also frustrated Sunday at FedEx Field. Tony Dunn chiming in. He was at the game. Not pleased with how the operations were ran. J.J. McLamb gave the reasons why it was that way, and it will be rectified moving forward. Mike chiming in, trying to be our Brian Kelly Bad Joke of the Day winner. He says, sounds like Navy was looking for another option at offensive coordinator. Yeah!
Was that supposed to be funny?
We need to get the start of the Who song, the scream like they did on CSI Miami.
Yeah.
When Horatio would drop one of those lines.
Yep.
Sounds like Navy was looking for another option at offensive coordinator.
Yeah! I actually don't mind that joke.
It's fine. It's a good joke. It's pretty odd. I mean, it's like...
But it's a candidate for Brian Kelly Bad Joke of the Day.
Hey, what? Execution,
You don't think it was funny?
Hey, come on, hilarious.
Come on, I'm funny.
It's all about the delivery.
I almost lost to Toledo this weekend.
Delivery, bud. Delivery, as Bram Anderson would say.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
All right. Our loss is your gain, listeners. We're going to try to... Steve says call him first. We were going to try to talk to Brian Bailey this segment. He's not answering the phone, so you know what that means? That means we get to hear Joe again.
Yes!
And by the way, Parker Bunch bringing us back into the show made me realize I need to re-air his call. If we don't get to that today, we'll do that tomorrow. Parker Bunch had a great call into the fifth quarter.
Yes, he's not going viral or hitting dingers or calling into the fifth quarter post-game show.
Get it out, Chandler. Let's go.
That's it.
Okay, all right. So this is Joe. I can't remember where he's from because the previous caller on the line dropped. So instead of saying Joe from so-and-so, we just said, Joe, you're up. So I can't remember where he's from. He called from, Shirley. He had a rough start to his call. He just about got ran for saying nuts. But we let him go. His voice kept getting louder and higher pitched. and he turned into Matt Foley, the Chris Farley character from Saturday Night Live, the guy, living in a van down by the river. He started screaming, high-pitched, Stephen Igloo, Sally from the soup kitchen, and by the end of it, he had me screaming back at him just like he was screaming, and it just made for an all-timer. It was at the point in the show, Shirley had a headache. She wasn't putting up with much. I was pretty much done, but I think I was at that delirious point.
Oh, yeah.
And it got me right back into things. It fired me back up. So here is Joe from Saturday's edition of the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
Joe is up.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
All right.
Hey, so I just got a few things to say. One, when are we going to stop riding the hometown kid's nuts? He's terrible. I'm tired of it. He can't make a read past his first one. He doesn't up anymore.
What do you mean?
Are we riding?
Who's riding?
Are
nuts?
we riding it?
Everybody's no. I'm not y'all in particular. I'm just talking about you go on HTC 247. You listen to Stephen Igloo. He's all yeah, guy doesn't know what he's talking about. All right. Number two, okay. Donnie Kirkpatrick fired yesterday. All right. We fired Houston's first defense coordinator. We need to fire the damn first offensive coordinator. Number three. All right. Listen to me now. If you want to save some money, because I know we're floundering for money around. Ain't no one showing up to a damn game playing as piss poor as we are. Hire me as the damn head coach. I'll go out there and I can coach a bunch of guys to run the ball twice and throw it on third down. That ain't freaking ingenuity.
I know. Well, that's everybody on this post-game show can go out there and run this team. Everybody can. That's why they're calling in.
You can hire Daryl Sally from the soup kitchen to go out there.
What kind of language are you talking?
Well, look, Sally from the soup kitchen.
I don't know, but I like it.
Sally from the soup kitchen was in the concession stand running out of hot dogs.
And I got one more question for you. This is serious.
You hadn't asked the question yet.
I know.
In the fourth quarter, with about 30 seconds left, when they shifted, and they shifted right, and they created about two more gaps on the right side of their offensive line, and we sat there with our thumb up our ass. What in the hell is our defensive coordinator thinking? Well, oh, they created two more gaps? I think we're okay. We only got two guys over here to cover about 7 damn gaps. I mean, what the hell are you thinking?
Wait a minute, Joe. Are you getting on the defense now?
Well, Blake Harrell's name is. The defense played great. I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming
because the defense only gave up 10 points. Now I know
I'm blaming the coach.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you where we get 10 points from too, because 7 points obviously was on the pick six, and then you give up a 65-yard kickoff return on special teams, which set up an easy field goal after a 3-and-out from there. So in my opinion, the defense only gave up 10 points to an SEC team. I'm good with them.
You're exactly right. I'm not blaming the players.
Okay.
The players played great on defense. I am blaming the coach. You call a timeout with 30 seconds left, and we save it to ice the kicker inside the 20-yard line. Are you freaking kidding me? That's a damn extra point at that point. Look, they shifted two guys to the right. They created two more gaps on the right side of the field, and I coach football. Look, I'd have called a damn timeout and be like, hey, guys, we're not going to put two players to cover 7 damn gaps. We're going to shift right when they do. And you know what our defensive coordinator they said? Well, daggone, Coach Houston, I think we're a bunch of freaking dumbasses.
Joe, I got a question for you. We got a tough schedule coming up, Joe. How are we going to go to Marshall win a football game when we can't win a game here at home?
Wait till Marshall gets a hold of us and whoops our damn ass.
And then what do we do against Charleston Southern? What are we giving up so many gaps on defense? What are we going to do when we play Charleston Southern?
Charleston Southern might whoop our ass too.
Joe,
Southern's going to kick our ass right in Downey Finkley Stadium.
Joe, you made me smile, man.
We're going to put a 5-star recruit about 4 times in a row. He's the only good player on their entire damn defense. We're going to run out every play.
We got to go, Joe.
Yeah.
But that was a great call, man. You gave us new life. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Holy crap, Joe!
And then he threw.
Is there a doctor near Joe? He might need one.
And then he threw a Stephen Igloo in there.
Stephen Igloo. Don't know what the hell.
He don't know a damn thing.
Oh man, that got me fired up. That gave me a second wind, Joe.
I can tell he's a football coach. I would hate to be on the wrong side of a misplay for him, because I bet he would.
I mean, let's be honest, his team was probably 0-8, but damn if he didn't give good speeches.
Hey, and they were all 8 years old too.
He got the boys.
We're gonna lock the gates and throw away the key.
How are we gonna lose to the Winterville Cowboys? We can't even beat the Winterville Chiefs. There's Joe. Hey, Joe. His voice got so different from his first, "Hey, guys, how's it going?" to, "Wow, we're freaking dumbass." Like, his voice changed throughout the call.
Yeah, it progressed and it escalated quickly.
It was like a gradual puberty change.
Yeah.
Well, he said something, and you can start hearing his voice starting to get more aggressive. And then Billy said something, and then after that, he's like, "You can put Sally from the soup kitchen in there to coach the game or something." And I'm like, "Gee," or to be the quarterback. And I was like, "Geez," I said, "Well, this guy, here he goes." And it was 4 minutes. That was a 4-minute audio.
As Billy's talking, and as I'm doing my Joe impression, you can hear him in the background going, like, just yelling, rattling off stuff. He's not much of a listener. He is more of a getting his point across.
The funny thing is, and I'll get this call because that's probably Bailey.
It was Joe.
The funny thing is that while it gave Clip second wind and he was dying laughing in his chair, I was on the other side of the glass going,
Yeah, I remember looking at Shirley. And
I was done. I had a massive headache, and I was just so all the screaming did not help because I have to wear my headphones, and all that screaming doesn't help.
Jonathan said he was the Peter Brady of fifth quarter calls. He's Matt Foley in a van down by the river. That was a classic. We'll hear from Dale coming up in a little bit. Dale ran through his day. It's a new segment.
Dale's Day.
Lines were long. Hot dogs ran out.
Dale's
Beautiful
Day.
weather.
Had a good time.
In fact, Shirley, if that's not Bailey, can we get Dale now, or is that Bailey? I'm getting the one sign, and not the middle finger, the index finger.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can we get a...
So I just, before we go to Dale's call,
All right.
that was UPS Joe, and he said he wanted to clarify that the Joe phone call that we just played was not UPS
No,
Joe.
I knew that, but yeah, we should clarify.
He said because, and I quote, "I am the most famous Joe from the fifth quarter," end quote.
Okay.
So that he wanted to make sure that I clarified that was not UPS Joe. That was Joe from somewhere else.
That was FedEx Joe.
They got me working for FedEx, slinging boxes on porches.
And I can only turn left.
That, of course, was not UPS Joe, who has logged many phone calls in, and we respect him and hope to hear from Yelling Joe down by the river.
He was the one that
Joe.
said, "Are you listening, Cecil?"
No, that was Kyle McGrane.
Oh, that was Kyle. Yeah.
All right, I just thought of an idea. Like, know your fifth quarter callers, a new trivia show here on Pirate Radio.
Oh, God.
Rich says if we we need to mix in some Jeff Charles yelling Ric Flair in the Joe's call. Sally from the soup kitchen, Ric Flair! Woo! Oh my God, we are all going to go
Dustin Rhodes
completely insane by the end of this football season. We need a win very soon. All right, this is a much different call, a much more mild-mannered, matter-of-fact call, and kind of led to an idea that I want this guy to call in every week and just tell us about his day, kind of a running diary of Dale's day. So let's hear Dale's call from Saturday. Jay, Jeff, Kevin, hang on. Let's go to Dale in Greenville next. Hey, Dale.
Hey, man. How y'all doing?
All right.
I was at the game, and it was excellent. It's the first game that I've been to in many years, a few years, but I've been to many games. But it's awesome to go there. It was an awesome experience. I'm glad I went. Oh, my God. But and our defense played really great.
Okay. Dale?
Did we lose him?
Our defense played really great.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. And offense, really good. I've lost my radio feed. I'm sorry. But anyway, it was a good game. Like I say, I had a second row seat, and it was an awesome experience, and I had a good time. But only one thing about the concession stands. It took a really long time to get any kind of a drink or anything, or a hot dog, and then you ran out of hot dogs. But anyway, I just want to say that I had a great time in the game. Other than that, but go Pirates!
All right, Dale.
All right, Dale.
Thanks for the call, and please call back every week. I like that call. It was like Dale's personal day and how it went. He had a good time.
Yeah.
Took way too long at the concession stand to get a hot dog.
Dogs. They ran out of hot dogs.
Get a drink. They ran out of hot dogs.
That's right.
Still had a good time. You know what?
Hey, that's positivity all around right there. You know what? I'm just hoping that positivity for Pirate Nation stays throughout the year because, they're going to need it if they're not going to get these wins. Because like we'd mentioned earlier, you got to get wins to keep fans in the stands to be able to keep running out of hot dogs.
Dale, let's do a new segment every home game. Call in and tell us about Dale's Day.
Dale's Day. That's awesome.
Dale's Day right here on the fifth quarter. I like it.
Dale's
Weather was
Day.
nice.
Yeah, great weather.
Can we do like
had a lovely drive in?
I loved my view from my seat.
Can we do like a Wayne's World?
Dale's Day.
Dale's Day.
Dale's Day.
Excellent. Party time.
Great day.
It's Dale's Day.
Ran out of hot dogs. Long line.
Long line.
Dale's Day. Steve Hill on Facebook Live says, did some laundry, bought some milk, watched some Netflix and chilled, drank a beer, took a nap, made a long-ass football ranting, calling to Pirate Radio. I want that. It's like his personal diary. Just bring it. What did you do at this time? What did you do at this time? Dale's Day. New segment on the show.
I like it.
Every week.
You couldn't see me in here, but I was dying laughing. Because, like, this guy, and, I mean, you had each end of the spectrum with Joe, and then you had Dale.
I had a good day.
And he was so calm about the concession struggles. He was
We joke about how, like, and people call in and, like, this is like therapy, but that did feel like he was just talking to his therapist, like,
yeah,
Dale, how was your day
He's
today?
like sitting in the, on the couch thing. And
I was in the second row, and I had a good seat.
It was a long line.
And I ran out of hot dogs.
Just glad they didn't run out of beer. I mean, it did take me 45 minutes to get my beer. And
Defense played well.
I missed majority of the second half.
Lost my radio feed.
Yeah.
Go Pirates. And ends with a Go Pirates. All right. Thank you, Dale.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was just two of... I didn't even do a big calls this week. I knew we were going to get Joe and Dale, and I didn't even go through the... I might do a big calls for Tuesday.
That's a lot of calls because I keep a count of the calls that we actually took. I don't even count the ones that end up dropping. I keep a log of how many calls we actually that make it on the air. 35 phone calls in 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow.
And kudos to Pirate Nation. They were upset. They were pissed. But we didn't have to, like, flag anybody. No cuss words. I mean, Joe he said a lot of cuss words, but not the bad cuss words. Yeah, he really towed the line. The problem, I couldn't cut him. Like, if Shirley cut him, okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to cut him because I was cracking up. Like, the higher pitch his voice got, I could not stop laughing, and I wanted him to continue on forever.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I am okay if you're upset and you want to fuss and get it off your chest, as long as you are not disrespectful to any of the hosts or the producers.
I thought you were going to leave out Chandler.
Sorry, Chandler. I'm not used to you being...
And you tell Honeycutt.
Producers.
To turn his mic down.
Yeah, and as long as you're not ugly to us and you don't curse, I'm fine. The second you curse, or if you act like a blithering idiot because you've had one too many, I'm going to cut you off.
Yeah, we don't...
Because we don't have time for that. We have other coherent calls we'd like to get to.
Maybe.
I mean, I even count that as a coherent, because he was coherent for the most part. He was just upset.
I mean, look, I went out, I tweeted Sunday that if you see me at AJ's or Tiebreakers, just please don't talk to me about East Carolina. Like, I'm not trying to be a butthole or anything, but, like, this is my one day off. Let's just, like, watch NFL, have fun. And I tweeted that out, and, like, the first 4 people I saw at Tiebreakers wanted to talk about the game, and it's fine. I mean, but that shows you, like, Pirate fans are still locked in, engaged, upset, and I love it. We had, again, the calls were not positive or fun because the game was not good, but we had a great show for what it is, a great reactionary show. If they win, I hope we have that same kind of show where people are calling in, we're talking junk, we're making jokes on the other team. Like, that's what I really want to happen. But the football team has to do their part for that, something like that to happen. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, thank you, Pirate Nation, for a fun Saturday. Had a blast on the pregame show, and your calls made for a great postgame call-in show.
And the best part about it is because, as you mentioned, the fans are still engaged. There's no apathy that has set in yet. And that's something that we experienced a few years ago when Scotty Moe was here. So the last thing we want is apathy.
Yeah.
So if you're calling in, you're upset, and you're fussing, it's a lot to take in, but at the same time, you still show that you care, and that's all that matters.
All right, Shirley, we need to take a break and wrap up. We owe you a couple breaks this hour, so this is going to be interesting. We're already behind. We'll figure it out later. But we'll come back. We'll have more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Still got a lot of players to get to. Tyler Snead, DJ Ford, Holden Naylor, CJ Johnson, Bruce Bivens, Xavier Smith, all that, and a lot more coming up on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. A wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. Available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and Sea, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington has a great selection of pre-owned inventory, and they're stocking more used cars, trucks, and SUVs every day. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has everything from coupes, convertibles, small and large SUVs, diesel and gas heavy-duty trucks. And hey, they'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Go to WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com to browse the new and used inventory, and go check out their service department. They're your local dealer for custom lift kits, wheels, tires, and accessories accessories on all makes and models. And Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your certified rough country dealer and can uplift your next vehicle with one of several Washington off-road packages. A great selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000, a top-notch service department, and a beautiful facility makes the drive to Washington totally worth it. Remember, you don't have to buy a car from them. They'll buy your car right now. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shakaroni Pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shakaroni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Pirate Radio is the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Barak.
Back with you on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. I have an NFL recap for you coming up in just a moment. Also, we will hear from Tyler Snead, DJ Ford, Holton Ahlers, Bruce Bivens, Xavier Smith, CJ Johnson, all coming up later on in today's program. Right now, we'll head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to Double B, Brian Bailey. Great Brian Bailey show earlier today. Pirates legend Robert Jones joined Double B on the show, and you can hear Zay's team playing tonight on Pirate Radio. It'll be the Raiders and the Ravens on Monday Night Football. Bailey, welcome in. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, Brian. We got a ton of calls Saturday on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show, and none of them were complaining about the defensive effort from East Carolina on Saturday. We can start there. Really turned it around from week 1 to week 2, the way they were able to stop South Carolina for the most part from running the football. Their quarterback, let's face it, that Nolan guy just really struggling at QB, and East Carolina played more than well enough to win that game defensively on Saturday.
Yeah, they did, and hats off to Blake Harrell, hats off to the defense. They really played their hearts out, and it's just a shame when you get through a game like that when you don't have anything to show for it. But they don't. I mean, they lost the game, and it was you talk about winnable games. That certainly was a winnable game, and probably you look back on it, a game the Pirates should have won. I mean, if there's so many plays that could have gone a different route. I still think that the interception right before the half was just the backbreaker. And you look at that thing, and as Coach Houston said afterwards, if it's completed, it could have been a big play for the Pirates, and it could have been. I watched the film when I got back just to look at it again, watch the tape, and just one of those things. It's almost like it's a team snake bitten or something.
And Bailey, on that offensive side, I mean, you can, and we heard blame pointed all around, and you can start at the top with Donnie Kirkpatrick. He's not doing his job as offensive coordinator. We got calls on Holton Ahlers. He needs to be benched. Bring in another quarterback. The O-line is not doing their part and giving Holton enough time. The receivers keep dropping the ball. Rajay on that play should have called that pass. It was on him. Maybe came in hot. Should have caught. Really, you could go any way you want to on the offense and say there are issues, and they are whichever item you point out is correct right now, because 77 passing yards from your starting quarterback in 2021, 2 interceptions. I mean, that's not even close to going to be able to get it done in college football these days.
No, not when your wide receiver threw for 75. I mean, he almost caught him with one shot. I don't know how much of that is with Donnie's play call. Whether it's just I can't put my finger on it, and I've been trying to really hard because I'm trying to figure out the thing. I think they're trying to figure out the same thing. But we watched this offense last year, and we saw how brilliant it is at times. You know, the SMU game popping up, but you think about the up-tempo deal and how they were flipping around the barnyard, and they ran the ball well. I mean, and I don't get what's happening right now because everybody said the offensive line was better. You know, Holtnail's has another year under his belt.
I do think the line played better from week 1 to week 2 overall, Bailey. But, you know, still a lot of improvement can be done.
Right, and on the play that we're talking about, the interception right before the half, I mean, you're up 14-0. The worst case scenario you want it to be is 14-0 at the half.
Yeah.
Somebody came through untouched. Now, I know it's a screen pass, but you got to have a little bit of time to set things up, and that's what really shook everything up. Guys coming right at, zips it maybe a little too hard, still probably should have been caught. Ball pops up, intercepted, back for a touchdown, and I think, you know, as after you watch enough East Carolina football, like, oh, that's not good. You know? And you're thinking about the second half to come. And, it was just one of those, you know, and I heard some of the complaints too, and I'm not sure. I think some people get on the radio just to hear themselves speak sometimes, but, you know, some of the things they were complaining about, like the timeouts at the end of the game, they were in an awkward position because it didn't matter what they did, it wasn't going to work when South Carolina had the ball down there. I thought what Coach Houston did, he used one of them to call a timeout and used the other one to try to ice the kicker. But I don't know what else you do with the clock winding down like that, and with South Carolina with timeout.
Well, Bailey, if you want to dissect every call, you're going to have to spend a lot of time doing that. So I like to just let people say what they're going to say and move on to the next one for the most part. Except for Joe. I had to scream back at Joe a little bit.
I think some of it was, you know, yelling and screaming, and maybe that was the alcohol. Well, I don't know, but you know, I don't know if it's going to improve the Pirates' chances of winning a game, which they have a tough one this week against Marshall. We all knew that coming in. It's going to be difficult.
Well, I was going to bring that up next, Bailey. We've seen really good Pirate teams go to Huntington and get stomped, and Chandler was saying that a moment ago he's got nightmares about ECU going to Marshall for whatever reason. Bailey, we played them well here. We've beat them here, but it's been tougher to get those wins at Marshall. And it always seemed like they were kind of late in the year, last game of the season. I remember one in particular had a chance to win the eastern side of Conference USA, go to the championship, and I want to say it was Rakeem Cato and the guys that day just stomped the Pirates. So I guess my point is we've seen really good teams go there and lose, and now we got a struggling team that's going there, and Marshall has put up 94 points in 2 games so far this season, Bailey.
Yeah, and I was really impressed with the Navy game because I still think that Navy's a difficult team to prepare for, although they had all summer to prepare, and obviously they did a great job with their preparation for the midshipmen. But to win that game like that, and Navy's down this year, and you know, and that's one of the teams on the Pirates schedule that you look at and say, hey, you know, that's a good shot for a win. But you know, a team like Navy's looking at East Carolina right now and saying, hey, that's a good chance for us to get a win. So, you know, that's still tit for tat, but I like the way that, you know, Marshall went about its business there, and they came back against the team that they should beat probably in Central. So they're 2-0. Maybe they'll overlook East Carolina. The Pirates go in there, and, you know, they've got to make some changes, obviously, and we'll report from Coach Houston tomorrow at his news conference to see what those changes are going to be. But they all know that the offense is not, you know, not clicking at all. I mean, it's not like it's hard to see because this is an offense that you know, has all the weapons. I mean, you know, you got Keaton Mitchell back there, and you've got Rajay, and we got to get him loose somehow, running the football like they did last year. We got receivers that, you know, Tyler Sneed, got to get the football. I really thought in the first play of the game, because I had just said on the pregame show that they got to get the ball to Tyler Sneed more, and they're going to run a jet sweep or two, and they started running. How brilliant am I? They're running a jet sweep. And then they threw that pass, and I kind of laughed. I saw the ball flying through the air, and then when Josiah ran under it, it was a great, well-executed play.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up too, Bailey, since you're the new OC. Jonathan on Facebook Live, Troy and I were talking in hour 1, and Jonathan asked me to ask you if you agree with our sentiment, and Troy really brought it up that you got to, if you're Donnie Kirkpatrick, not be as conservative, open up the playbook, and really, at the end of the day, what we mean by that is let Holton run, get out of the pocket, not be such a statue there in the pocket, and get him out running. I guess that's the basic question. Do you agree that we need to see Holton Ahlers running the football more?
Well, I think the mindset is we don't want to get him hurt, but I think at this point now, that's the most effective offense that we have with Holton quarterbacking is when he's running around and causing havoc, and when he's running the ball, and when he's scrambling, and when he's doing some of the things that he's such a great athlete. And I think that some of this offense right now is him having to think too much, and I think he does a better job when he's not having to think. He's just out there reacting, and I think that maybe that's what they've got to look at and see, if that helps. I mean, obviously, as we said, when fans get down on the coordinator and down on the quarterback, I mean, I can tell you, I know both of them personally, and both of them are probably hurting more than they'll ever know, and they want to turn this thing around. It's not like they're walking around saying, well, it's no big deal, because they know what a big deal it is. They both do. So, and I'm hoping that we'll see differences coming up this week, because they're both outstanding men, and I think they can get the job done.
Brian Bailey joining us. Cowboys lost Thursday. Pirates lose Saturday. Washington loses Sunday. We need some winning to go on here, Bailey.
Well, at least 33% of that was something I was hoping for.
Hey, your team's only one game out of first place in the East. It's not bad.
That's right. But I watch your Washington football team.
Do I? I'm not happy with Ron Rivera right now. Love him as a man. I like him as a coach. But when he punted the ball in their territory yesterday, Bailey, I had my eyes literally turn, red. I became some sort of football watching demon. I was angry, ill as a snake.
Well, and the best part about the whole thing is, though, that you're getting a chance to watch football. And I was at Tiebreakers late in the afternoon. It was packed. I mean,
it's so much fun when all the TVs are on and you got fantasy and you got
all the games.
Yeah.
I mean, when your wife says, "Fella, can I sit on that side so I can see the game?" I mean, what more do you want in life than that?
Bailey, they say good things happen to good people, and it really worked out for you here your second time around, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it most certainly did. Yeah, it really did. It's been great with B. We've got a big fundraiser tomorrow night for Awaken Coffee. You'll hear a lot more about that coming up. But Melissa and Bella are my dates for that, so that'll be fun and get a chance to MC. This is the first time I've MC'd something in about 2 years. How about that?
Yeah, and you are the go-to MC around these parts. Have fun with that, Double B. I know you enjoyed too. You were really fanboying, I got to say, earlier today talking to Robert Jones. But
yeah, I love old Robert. He cracks me up anyway. But
you told him about your new Robert Jones autographed jersey in the man cave. I wanted him to say, "Brian, you know what I got in my man cave? A picture of Brian Bailey holding a microphone." But unfortunately, I don't think he has one of those. Maybe you should send him one.
He should have.
Send him a headshot autograph, Bailey.
Nah, he's been it's funny because I remember that day when he was drafted, and the Cowboys, the rumor was they were going to go after linebacker. He was one of the ones they were looking at. And that was before the draft is what it is now.
I was going to ask you, how the hell did you hear about a rumor in the early 90s about the draft? Like, there was no internet, no nothing. How's that happening?
There were some smoke signals. It kind of said, but it was, reading some of the columns and stuff. And
yeah.
You're right. It was no internet. It was more or less, some of the commentary that was on ESPN and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it is now, where it's a big presentation on that first night. It was more. I think it was on a Saturday. It started at noon and just went most of the day. And I remember getting up with him, and I was like, "Man, we're gonna get him to sign. This is awesome." And I had a brand new license plate with a Cowboy helmet on it. I thought, I'll get him to sign this. I had no idea that 30 years later I'd still have the thing. But
the legacy rolls on tonight. Zay Jones playing with the Raiders. And Chandler, can you do your Gruden real quick? You were really doing it great during the Brian Bailey show earlier today. Sorry to put you on the spot, but could you tell me about...
It's probably not going to be as good.
I know, but just tell me a little bit about Zay Jones and your expectations for tonight.
I tell you what, man, this Zay Jones, man, he ran a 4.8 when he got to East Carolina, and by the time he got out of there, man, he ran a 4.40, man.
What do you think, Bailey?
Coach Gruden, what if you had Robert Jones playing linebacker? How cool would that be?
That'd be really cool, man. I'd probably win more Super Bowls if I had Robert Jones, man. He's a good football player. He loves football.
He does.
There you go. Thank you, Coach.
Coach, could you be on the Brian Bailey show next week?
Hell no.
If y'all lose tonight, you can jump on next week. You'll be like Donnie K. Bailey calls him after every loss. So
yeah.
All right, BB, are you going? I guess are you going to Huntington?
Yes.
All right.
On the trip.
We'll talk to you live from there on Saturday.
We'll be in Huntington, so I don't know what we'll be doing video-wise, but we'll figure something out.
Oh yeah, you'll always figure. You freestyling it well. You've done a great job with our social media videos thus far. So high expectations for week 3, Bailey.
We'll see you in Huntington.
All right, man. There is Brian Bailey joining us today on the Fixed NC Live line. Let's take a time out. Come back. We'll have more for you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We'll have a full NFL recap for you. We'll have a quick blurb on each game that was played. Give some thoughts. Also, some great sounds. Great soundbite from Jameis Winston, who has got to be one of the most, oblivious, just, I don't want to say anything insulting.
Blissfully unaware,
just kind of happy, simple, going through life, whistling, walking down the road while there's fires going on around him. Another great Jameis Winston quote after yesterday's win. They put the beat down on the Packers. We'll recap week 1 when we return after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheesy! Screaming it!
We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Down East Wood Ducks Baseball is back for the final series of the season. Come out Friday, September 17th for a spectacular fireworks show. Get your tickets now at woodducksbaseball.com. See you at Granger Stadium for Wood Ducks Baseball. Go Woodies!
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market, or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer any question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Scotty. I watched the Austin Powers movies recently.
Okay.
They still kind of hold up.
Did Mike McCarthy come to your house and force you to watch it?
Yes.
Force you to watch
He asked me if I'd ever heard of Mojo. And I
Clip
said,
Rock, you've lost your mojo, man.
Mike, you are the second worst coach in the NFC East. I'm still upset with Ron Rivera right now, okay? I'll get over it. I like Ron Rivera. He's a great man. But, God.
So the Riverboat Gambler is officially grounded for the moment?
Yeah, there's no gambling.
There was no gambling.
We're going to play football like it was meant to be played in 1902 and punt.
Panthers punted on their opponent's 33-yard line yesterday.
That's awful. Does that not make you angry?
Yes, but we won.
What was it? Fourth and what?
It was a standard down.
God. Well, that also, you don't trust your kicker. We would have kicked a field goal in that situation.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's move on and talk NFL. We can't get flagged by YouTube, so we can't run any cool NFL films or primetime music. So I need to get maybe I can do my own dun 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 dun. We could do our own and play it in the background next week. All right, let's get to it. Eagles 32, Falcons 6. Jalen Hurts, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. Had a good day running the football as well. And I did not watch a lot of this one.
I know Devontae Smith had a touchdown.
The rookie from Bama did. And also the Falcons went down the field to start the game a couple times and ended with field goals. Their red zone woes continue. As that has been an issue for them pretty much the entire Matt Ryan era. They get 2 field goals, and that's it. And Eagles are on top of the NFC East after 1 week. Only team in that division to win. Surprise in Buffalo. The Bills were up 10-0 at the half. Big second half from Pittsburgh. Had a block punt for a touchdown. Deontay Johnson probably had the touchdown catch of the day in the back of the end zone. Ben Roethlisberger, not a great day statistically, but they pick up the win over Buffalo. It was a nice win by Pittsburgh. How about the Bengals? This was a wild one. I watched all the highlights of this one last night because I wanted to see what exactly happened. The Bengals blew a big lead. It was a fantasy fest in this one. Kirk Cousins, 351, 2 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, 261, 2 touchdowns. By the way, Jamar Chase can still catch a football. 5 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown in his NFL debut. The Bengals are fun, man. I don't know how many games they're going to win, but with Chase, Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, 127 rushing yards and a touchdown, they have a really formidable offense that's only going to get better as the year goes on and only going to get better as the years go on. And if they have some type of defense, could be a playoff factor here, maybe starting next year. I don't think this year, but pretty soon. What do you think?
I like that, and I'm sure Redbeard likes hearing that too. I'm sure he's going to have something to say on Twitter.
There's no way he believes that any of that's possible, but They on paper and then on the field yesterday, they're fun to watch on offense.
Yeah, they definitely have the weapons to be explosive on offense. We saw that yesterday with, Joe Burrow connecting with Jamar Chase just like old times in Baton Rouge. So and expect to see that a lot more this season.
All right, so we were watching, remember, Chandler, early on the 49ers-Lions game.
We were very confused.
At the Trey Lance Garoppolo deal. And I'm still confused because now looking back at it, Jimmy G, 17 to 25, 314 and a touchdown. Trey Lance, we saw his only play. He was 1 for 1 with a 5-yard touchdown pass, and that's it. He did run the ball 3 times for 2 yards, but they did get the rookie in. He threw a touchdown, maybe just giving him some confidence or whatever. But I do feel like I should raise awareness for this game, because I gave up on it and didn't realize until about 3 hours after it was finished that this game went down to the wire. Why was I unaware of this? Because I cut it off, or I stopped watching it when there was 2 minutes left and it was 41 to 17. How in the world did this game come down to the final play? Because the Lions scored a touchdown, got an onside kick, scored another touchdown, did not get the onside kick, but the Niners fumbled the ball a few plays later. So Jared Goff and the Lions had the ball in Niners territory with an opportunity to tie, and all the fans had left Detroit. 41 to 17 with 2 minutes left. Your win probability is 0 at that point. They had a chance to actually tie the game, send it into overtime, but the Niners hang on. I mean, Shanahan and the Niners can't be happy with the way that game finished. The Lions were dreadful for a while, but put up some monster fantasy numbers. If you have Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, furious comeback, but it comes up short, and the 49ers are 1-0. Lions, are they the worst team in the NFL, Chandler?
They have potential.
But they're not. The worst team in the NFL resides in Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, we have to retire the poor David Culley.
David freaking Culley gets a win in his first game as a head coach as Tyrod Taylor and the Texans put it on the Jags.
This is the first regular season loss for Trevor Lawrence in high school, college, and now the NFL. The first one of his entire career. He's never lost a regular season game until yesterday.
Not bad if you had him in fantasy. 332, 3 touchdowns, did have 3 interceptions in the game. But the Houston Texans and their no-name team, well, they have some no-names, and then they have guys that were good 7 years ago. Mark Ingram won a Heisman Trophy in 2009?
Yeah.
It's 2021. He had 85 yards and a touchdown. Phillip Lindsay had 25 yards. David Johnson was involved in the passing game, had 3 catches and a touchdown. So they have a bunch of old running backs. Brandon Cooks is a good player. He had 5 catches, 132 yards. Who needs Deshaun Watson? The Texans knock off the Jaguars on Sunday to get to 1-0. I was expecting a lot more out of the Tennessee Titans, but with the Titans, I always pick their games wrong, and I picked this one wrong. Something was wrong.
Wrong.
They got blown out by the Arizona Cardinals. Calamari, a.k.a. Calamari, 4 touchdowns. Also ran the ball for 20 yards and a touchdown. 5 total for Murray. DeAndre Hopkins had 2 scores. Christian Kirk had 2. Rondell Moore, Chase Edmonds. They have a ton of weapons there in Arizona. Tennessee has a ton of weapons, but Derrick Henry didn't get going. Ryan Tannehill, bad game for him. And the Titans looked bad yesterday.
Can I tell you about the defense for the Cardinals? Chandler Jones, first of all, great name. Had 5. I think he had 5 sacks yesterday.
Yeah.
Playing All-Pro left tackle Taylor Lewan, and Taylor Lewan went to Twitter and basically admitted that he got his ass whooped all day long. Chandler, and then also J.J. Watt, the new Cardinal, was stopping the run up the middle. So the Tennessee Titans, with all those skills on the offensive side of the ball, were not able to do anything yesterday. And the Tennessee Titans, their weakness is their defense, and we've seen that yesterday. Kyler Murray, I was only able to watch their highlights. I was so invested into the Panthers game yesterday, but Kyler Murray had so many times like yesterday where he was able to escape and just make plays and buy time in the pocket and just run around like the Mighty Mouse that he is and make plays. And, man, what a show he put on for the Arizona Cardinals.
Seattle Seahawks took it to the Colts. Hopefully you invested in some Seahawks in fantasy because Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns, Chris Carson over 100 total yards, Lockett touchdown, DK Metcalf touchdown. All the stars came out and performed in the 28-16 Seahawks win over the Colts. I've already talked about my football team. The bearded nerd, Fitzpatrick, goes down early. Heineke comes in, gives him a spark.
Heineke!
I like him at quarterback. Played well.
Heineke!
Really, the issue... Look, Washington got a ton of breaks in this game. Chargers had some bad calls go against them, especially they called a fumble on a Herbert pass where, the ball was hit by Montez Sweat, but they ruled that a touchback, and Washington got a break there. Biggest play of the game was Antonio Gibson, who had a pretty good game, 90 rushing yards, but he fumbles right around the Chargers goal line. They're able to score, take the lead, and end up winning. And Washington helped them out by punting the ball in Chargers territory with 7 minutes left to go and never got the ball again because Ron Rivera coached like a coward. Panthers beat the Jets 19-14. Chandler, was pretty sweet to see Sam Darnold hook up with Robbie Anderson on a
like
D-ball.
old times. Yeah, it was an ugly win yesterday for the Panthers, but in the National Football League, you'll take a win any given Sunday, and the Panthers did just that yesterday. Jets are going to struggle this year, I believe, defensively, of course, and Zach Wilson's going to have his mistakes. I thought he looked pretty good yesterday, but I was very excited to see Sam Darnold in a regular season action, and I really enjoyed his pocket presence yesterday for the Panthers. It seemed like he was very comfortable in the pocket, but that tells you a lot about the offensive line and the great job that I think they did yesterday. I mean, they got to him a few times and got sacks on Sam Darnold, but I feel like majority of the time he was able to sit in the pocket, find his open receivers. A lot of it was Christian McCaffrey in the first half. We had talked about it in the offseason of reducing his role. We went out and drafted Chuba Hubbard, but, I mean, it was the Christian McCaffrey show for the first, quarter and a half of the game. But the Panthers defensively look really good. That's a young defense. Brian Bird's getting in there with a sack. We got Hassan Reddick from the Cardinals last year who had 12 and a half, 13 and a half sacks last year for Arizona. He got a sack. Yuta Gross-Motos looked good.
Jets are bad offensively right now with what they got going on, but the Panthers defense did look impressive. They were attacking yesterday.
Was very excited about our defense yesterday. Dante Jackson, who I said earlier a couple of weeks ago on the show about how he needs to improve, not just about the performance-wise, but also as a leader and his maturation standpoint as well. J.C. Horn, I kept talking to my roommate. He went out and watched football with me yesterday. I said, I haven't seen or heard J.C. Horn's name all game long, and he goes, well, that's probably a good thing. I think I saw where he was targeted 3 times yesterday and only gave up 1 catch, and that 1 catch was to Corey Davis for a touchdown late in the game. So the Panthers, the youngest team in the league, look really good, especially on that defensive side of the ball, and I'm really liking how Sam Darnold is looking as well. We have the Saints next week who throttled the Packers, so we'll see how we can do against famous Jameis next week.
Scott, our Maryland listener, says Cam Newton is going to come to D.C. For what? To visit the Washington Monument? Go to the Aerospace Museum? He's not joining the Washington football team, so I hope he enjoys his time visiting D.C. for non-football reasons. Let's see. Zach Wilson, he's fun. He's got a freaking cannon.
Yes, he does.
There
was one throw yesterday. I think he threw it 60 yards through the air,
and just kind of flicks it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying he's going to be good or bad or whatever. I'm just saying he has a freaking cannon and will let it rip, baby. And we'll see if the Jets can find somebody to catch those balls. Pretty good day for Corey Davis yesterday, but Jets are going to take their lumps early on. But Zach Wilson was fun to watch, at least. Maybe being a fan, it might have been frustrating, but I don't know. He was fun to watch yesterday.
Yeah, he was, and hopefully they can get their left tackle back. Micah Becton is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. He's going to have a knee reconstruction surgery.
There was a lot of, not a lot, but another one comes to mind, Jerry Jeudy, who went down, and everybody's like, gone for the year. It looks like his is a 4 to 6 week thing.
It looked like
Becton went down, we thought it was for the year. So
because they took a long time trying to get him on, on the stretcher.
Yeah.
And when they were taking him off, he was very emotional and crying and had his head in a towel. So that always is a sign of maybe a season-ending injury of the trainers going, hey, man, we're just going to go ahead and let you know this is not looking good. So I thought it was going to be a season-ending injury for McLamb, and it looks like he's going to be okay in the next 6 weeks. So need to get him back to give Wilson time. Yeah, I think he's awesome. I think he's going to be fun to watch.
Good job, good effort, Browns. But we all saw it coming. The Chiefs come back to beat the Browns in a great game at Arrowhead on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes,
Tyreek Hill, man.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce.
He just throws it up, and then he just expects them to catch it, and sure enough, they usually do.
I watched a lot of bad football over the weekend. If you need your football palate cleansed with just some beautiful offensive football, watch the Chiefs. Like, it is such a pretty brand of offense, the way they do things. And I know exactly the play you're talking about with Hill. Travis Kelce continues to be, unguardable. 2 touchdowns for him. They just have a machine there, man. Man. Sorry to go Gruden on you.
Yeah, man.
Shirley's Dolphins.
Woo!
Boy.
Go Fins!
I thought this was going to be similar to the Chiefs game where, all right, Dolphins putting up a fight, but you're playing the Patriots in Foxborough. It's not going to end well. Costly fumble by Damian Harris. He had 100 yards and fumbled the football away. And the Dolphins and Tua picking up a win, and that is a huge win for Brian Flores there against Bill Belichick. And to get that division win on the road week 1, got to give you some confidence moving forward, Shirley.
Absolutely, and I got to admit, as good of a game as the Chiefs-Browns game was yesterday, I was a little disappointed because I was all jacked up, ready to watch the Dolphins and the Patriots go at it, and then here's the Chiefs-Browns game. So I was a little disappointed I didn't get to watch it, but and I couldn't find but one highlight, and that was just the touchdown run by Waddle. But you know what? I'll take it. It was a 17-16, not exactly the prettiest football game in the whole wide world. However, in the words of Coach Ruff, you win by 1 and you back out of there. That's exactly what we did. I will take it. Bite me, Bill Belichick.
I think if the Dolphins win, those are the types of scores they're going to have because that defense is tough. The offense still looks clunky at times, but
it sputters.
That's
at
a great
best.
win. That's a huge win.
I will absolutely take it. A W is a W. It may be an ugly baby, but it's our baby.
Shocking score of the day: the Saints beat the Packers 38-3. Aaron Rodgers. That reminds me, I need to call Mully back. Call him first. Aaron Rodgers, 15-28, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, and just one big, sad, mopey face. And it's looking old.
Those new State Farm commercials are pretty funny, though.
He's got that going for him. And he can be the Jeopardy host when he hangs it up. How about Jameis in his debut? 14-20, 148 yards. The most un-Jameis numbers ever. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
What? Partridge in a pear tree.
Jameis, what got into him? Well, he was asked about it after the game and gave his secret to success, how he played so well on Sunday.
How did the defense in the running game give overall shape to the way this played out, Jameis?
Well, I just think we were prepared. One thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
Jameis is the most,
I tell you what,
oblivious.
I tell you what, he gave up on that thought quick.
Yeah.
He could have sat there for at least 5 or 10 seconds and think about what his trainer said, because maybe it was important. You just, whoop the Packers. So what did your trainer say? Nah, you just said prepare.
What movie was that? Is that Lion King?
That is Lion King.
You want to think I bet he just watched Lion King before the game. And that's the first thing that popped in his head.
Be prepared.
He said Hakuna Matata. No. He said circle of life. No, he said be prepared. That's what he said.
Remember who you are.
He said first, you've never had a friend like me. Wait,
that's Toy Story.
No.
Yeah, it is.
It's Aladdin.
No.
Oh, Aladdin, yeah.
Toy Story is you've got a friend in me.
You've got a friend in me. You've never had a friend like
what
me.
If Jameis
Aladdin
just starts rattling off Disney music lines?
What if Jameis?
I mean, he spent a lot of time in Florida. So.
What if Jameis watched Austin Powers?
He wouldn't be saying be prepared.
To get his mojo back.
What would he say after a game?
Oh, I talked to my trainer, man.
He just said
I need to get my mojo back.
My trainer said, "Do I make you horny, baby?" And I said, And I just
behave.
Get in my belly.
Can we hit it one more time? He was talking with so much confidence and then just lost it.
How did the defense in the running game give overall shape to the way this played out, Jameis?
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
You're right. He gave up on that in 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, he was like, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
It's almost like, I shouldn't think here.
I love
Go
how
back
he
to
looks
be
up at
prepared.
the sky to act like he's going to think about it for a while, and then just goes, nope. And he's just like, screw it.
He just,
why is the trainer
he
doing-
looks up at the sky. Nope, nothing there. Got to go back to be prepared.
Is he getting all of his most motivational talk and X's and O's talk from the trainer?
I don't know.
Why is it not a coach or something?
Yeah, that's the thing that I thought about first when I heard that soundbite. I was like, why the trainer? Like, is this a trainer that you work up with in the off season? Is this like the athletic trainer that gives you medicine and
Is this
takes you
like
up?
Rocky's trainer? You know?
Hey, come over, Jameis. How's the
Jameis, come over here.
You gotta
get back in there and fly. You gotta get in there and get your mojo back.
Oh man, that is he is the most unintentionally funny guy in the NFL right now.
Hey, I tell you what though, he is full because he ate up on that W.
He
yesterday.
ate a big fat W. Christian McCaffrey might be the best football player in the league, but I'm gonna say Alvin Kamara is a top, like, just overall football player. Like, he just does smart things. He knows where the sticks are. I just love watching him play. He didn't have a great game. He had 83 yards rushing and only 3 catches for 8 yards, had a touchdown catch. But you've seen a lot of him, Chandler. He is an absolute menace on the football field.
But the thing about Alvin Kamara is that they can use him in so many ways, not just in the backfield. They can throw him out there as a wide receiver. He's really good at catching the football.
He's
When
awesome.
you have a guy like that is so that is able to do multiple things, just like a Christian McCaffrey, it's dangerous. He's got the speed. He's able to break off of tackles, and he's not afraid to run you over as well. And when you have a guy like that, you're going to win a lot of football games.
And you really notice it, too. Like, Washington, Antonio Gibson's good. Like, he's in year 2. We throw the ball to him. He ran for 90 yesterday. He's a good player. But when you watch McCaffrey and Kamara, you see the different level they're on.
Yeah.
As compared to other backs in the NFL.
I remember earlier in my Panthers fandom, it was, being afraid, not afraid, but like, sitting there going, man, we're going to have to play Drew Brees and he's going to throw all over the field. And now it's, now we got to play Alvin Kamara, and now it's like that still with Tom Brady, and he's 44 years old. And it's like, man, we got Tom Brady to play twice this year, and I think we played them twice in the last 3 weeks of the football season. So, we got some talent, and Alvin Kamara is definitely one of those talents in the NFC South.
You know who else teams are afraid of? Teddy Bridgewater. Former Panthers legend. 28 of 36, 264, 2 touchdowns, had 19 rushing yards in a dominant Broncos win over the Giants. Melvin Gordon, 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy was the leading receiver, suffered an injury, but it looks like he will be able to return at some point this season.
Congratulations, Teddy B.
You have nothing good to say about him?
I mean,
I'll tell you,
he had a great game.
I'll tell you who teams aren't scared of. Daniel Jones.
No, they're not.
How
bad is that Giants defense too?
They are, look,
they're garbage.
And they play Washington Thursday night, and I'm terrified because Daniel Jones has 8 wins in his NFL life. 4 of those are against Washington. He's 4-0.
That is crazy.
Against Washington.
That is a stat to consider, really.
Stat to consider.
Daniel
Jones also led the league in fumbles last year and the previous year, and he had one yesterday. He loves to fumble the football. He loves nothing more than to have the ball in his hands and to give it to the other team. Hopefully he'll do that on Thursday. And how about Matt Stafford and the high-flying Rams? Matty Stafford, 300 yards plus, 3 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp with a monster game last night. Darrell Henderson looked pretty good running and catching the football. He had 87 total yards. The Bears, David Montgomery looked really good, 108 yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields was 2 for 2, had a touchdown run. But Matt Nagy sticking with Andy Dalton. And for how long? I don't know if it's going to be too much longer because the Bears look really bad. Speaking of defense, you would think they would have a defense that would keep them in games, keep them around. They did not against the high-powered Rams last night.
You could just tell, though, with Matt Stafford, he was excited to be in some new environment.
I felt good for him, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah. And, man, both of our teams were looking for him to be the new quarterback.
That's the guy, yeah.
You know, Washington, maybe it was – I know you were wanting him very badly in Washington. I started getting to where I was like, you know what? And that was around the time of the Deshaun Watson talks and when all that stuff came out. I was like, you know what? Let's push Watson to the side. I really like Matt Stafford. I would not mind him being in Charlotte. He goes off to Los Angeles, and last night I think is a foreshadowing of what he can do this year for the Rams.
All right, there is your NFL recap. Raiders and Ravens going tonight on Friday. I said I'll take the Raiders. In an upset, I'll stick with the pick. Should be a pretty good game tonight. Ravens, I'm going to be fascinated to see how their carries are split with all these new running backs they have added to the roster. Might just be the Lamar Jackson show running the football. And we'll see what Zay Jones and that Raiders offense can do tonight.
Raiders!
Interested to see the stadium, too. This will be the first game the Raiders have played in front of fans in Las Vegas. So,
was that the first time last night for Los Angeles, too?
Yeah, I believe
and
so.
And that place is beautiful.
Yep.
And so
it is a cool place.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. When we return, we'll go inside the Players Lounge and hear from ECU wide receiver Tyler Snead. Got that on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We're back with you after this.
To some, that may just sound like ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But to a Bud Light legend, it's a signal that says it's time. Time to dust off the barbecue tongs and load up the cooler with 37 Bud Lights and an assortment of dips. Because it's time to take back all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. Let's take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust. And as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Down East Wood Ducks baseball is back for their final home series of the season. Come out Saturday, September 18th for the team photo giveaway. Get your tickets now at woodducksbaseball.com. See you at Granger Stadium for the final Wood Ducks games of the season. Go Woodies! At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
This is ECU basketball coach Joe Dooley, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni David Price Construction, specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We'll jump into the Players Lounge in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll do that right now and hear from East Carolina wide receiver Tyler Snead. Had a chance to catch up with Tyler earlier this afternoon as he dropped by the Pirate Radio studios, and here's how that chat sounded. Back inside the Pirate Radio Players Lounge with Tyler Snead, East Carolina wide receiver, joining us on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Tyler, we appreciate your time, man. How you doing today?
Good. Appreciate you guys having me.
Tyler, coming off a 20-17 loss to the South Carolina Gamecocks, but let's talk about how that game started on Saturday. A little trickeration to get the festivities going, and Tyler Snead takes the handoff on the sweep and throws it down the field to Josiah Hatfield for a touchdown. Tyler, how long have you been working on that one at practice? Is that something that's installed this week, or is that something that goes back to the off season? When did you cook that one up?
We have different ways to run the trick passes and all that, and they put in the jet sweep to do it this week, and we ran it a lot this week in practice, and Thursday came and he said he thinks that's going to be the first play, so he kind of had an idea and then walked through on Friday. It was the first play, so we knew we were going to take a shot. And, I was excited to run it. I knew I had to throw it because Josiah can just fly. So I tried to throw it as far as I could and let him go get it.
Did it work? I mean, it worked to perfection. Did it work that well at practice? Did you guys hit it like that every time?
Well, I actually underthrew him in practice because he's so fast. So I was like, when I get in the game, I'm going to have to throw it like with everything I got. So, I tried to do that, and I mean, he just ran under. I don't think there's a way you can overthrow him. So
that's pretty interesting that you were told on Thursday it might be the first play. So you've got like 48 hours to think about it, right?
Yeah.
I think that made me more nervous instead of them telling me like right before the game or something.
No, I mean, I was really excited for it just because like I knew we were going to take a shot, and I'm not trying to think of the negatives it could have. I'm only thinking positive.
There you go.
That close to game time too. So no, I was thinking positive, and it worked out.
Tyler Snead joining us. Tyler, more involved in the passing game, 5 catches, the yards 35, not what you want, but you were more involved as a receiver. How did you feel about your performance individually on Saturday?
Like you said, the yards not where we want them to be. That's just on me making stuff happen after I get the ball in my hands. If he's getting it to me 5 times, I probably need to get more than I did. But I still got to get open. I still think I can do a lot better. So.
And kick returns 1 for 21 and 6 yards on the punt return game. Still looking to break one, and it feels like it's there. You've seen a little bit of daylight so far this year, but do you kind of feel like at any moment you could break the big one on a return?
Yeah, I mean, every time I go out there, I try to think that way. I want to say this was the one, but it didn't happen this week. Looking forward to next week, though, and hopefully I can get it done then.
Talking to Tyler Snead inside the Pirate Radio studios. Tyler, just a rough performance for East Carolina's offense on Saturday. Have you gone back and watched it? What did South Carolina's defense do to stymie the Pirates' offense?
Hey, they did a good job. Had a good defense. I think we left a lot out there, but you can't look back on it anymore. We had that time to do that. We watched the film a couple times, and now we're all focused on Marshall this week.
Talked to Holden about this. I'll ask you too. You talk about the improvements you want to make going into week 3. How about the jump the defense took from week 1 to week 2? Really got gashed on the ground against App State. Came back. South Carolina barely cracked 100 yards rushing on Saturday. How awesome was that to see your defense step up?
No, that was great. They played a great game. During the game, they had all the energy, forcing turnovers and everything. I think at one point I looked up. And I saw South Carolina had negative rushing yards at one point on the big screen. So, that's great to see. Like I said, they played a great game. We just got to get it done offensively, and we're working on that this week.
Pirate fans were there and getting loud late in that game. Unfortunately, Tyler, I was following some accounts on social media. Apparently, there was a big backup trying to get into the stadium, so not a lot of people saw your touchdown. There was a lot more people there at the end of the game than there were when you threw that early touchdown. But how much did you enjoy playing in front of that crowd on Saturday?
Yeah, no, the crowd is huge. We got the best fans. I always say that, but. No, just the energy that they brought, third downs. I think they went 2 for 12 or something on third down. So the energy that the fans brought was great, and I just hope we get to see that more this year.
Yeah, can be a difference maker, and it was defensively for the Pirates there on Saturday. Marshall coming up next, and Tyler, I don't know how much you've looked at Marshall so far. Their scores have been pretty eye-opening, what they've been able to do against Navy and North Carolina Central so far. Good opponent on the road. Have you looked at them yet, and what kind of stands out about the Herd?
We saw them a little bit when we were watching film on App State's defense, so we got to see them. They're a good team. You've seen the scores, weeks 1 and 2. I think it's going to be a good game. I think we have a shot every week to go in and play if we play the way we know we can play. But, no, they are a good team, and I'm excited for this week.
Yeah, you're still locked in. The team, Coach Houston, everybody's still locked in. And sometimes I worry about that with these losses like this, where you give it your all, you lose on the last-second field goal. But, man, you got to turn it around quick. We talked about it last week, and kind of the same deal this week, right?
Yes, sir, yeah. You have your time to soak in it and watch that film. But, it's still early, week 2. We thought we had that game. I thought we controlled it the whole time up until the very end. But, just coming into this week, we just got to stay positive and keep that vibe up there in the locker room. And so that way we can go into this week with a clean slate.
This will be your first true road game. Played in Charlotte. App State was technically the home team, but your first true road environment this week. And Holden said something about doing your silent cadence and signals and things like that. Is that something maybe you'll work on this week at practice, just in case it is a little too loud for y'all to communicate?
Yeah, no, we usually always do that first road game, just because the fans for the other team, you know how the crowd can be. South Carolina came in here 2 for 12 on third downs. The crowd got into it. We're loud. So, their crowd's probably going to be into it. We'll work on that throughout the week. But, it's a big difference going on the road. But at the end of the day, we just got to execute the best we can.
Tyler, I heard you talking to Brian Bailey before you came on here, and he was asking you about that throw, and you credited your baseball days.
Yeah.
What were you, shortstop, pitcher? What did you play in baseball?
Played center field. My dad played shortstop, but I never really got into the infield deal. I'd rather go run down a fly ball.
I can see that. Your speed in center field, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's been a while since I played. My shoulders kind of hurt right now. I haven't thrown like that. But no, yeah, back in the baseball days, that was a good time. So I just credited that to the throw, yes, sir.
So did you throw any in high school? Were you ever a quarterback in high school, or were you always on the outside receiver?
I had a couple plays at Wildcat, but that's it. It didn't really throw. I think I threw one time in high school. I think I threw a pick, actually, but I think it got called back. It was like roughing the passer or something.
Hey, it didn't count.
But other than that, the throws here are the only 2 I've ever had.
And your 2 for 2, Tom McClellan from ECU put up a stat after that one. You hit Blake Prohl for a touchdown also?
Last year, yes, sir.
So 2 for 2, perfect. We'll see. And we take calls after the game. and somebody called in, man, that was a great play. Why didn't they do that again? Well, that's why it's a trick play, right? You got to know, and part of it is knowing when to call it, right?
Right. First game, I think that was a great call. First play, just because they probably aren't expecting it, especially like that on a jet sweep or something. So no, I thought it was a great call.
Are you, if you had a challenge in the wide receiver room, who could throw the longest spiral? Are you winning that? CJ
can throw it.
Well, Tajee Hudson was a quarterback.
Yeah, I was about to say Tajee can throw it. The other day in practice, I think he threw it like 60 or something like that in the air. But
so maybe not the last receiver pass we've seen.
Maybe not. You never know. Josiah can throw it too, though. But he's just so fast. You get the ball in his hands and he's gone. So
that was a beautiful catch by him and a great throw by Tyler Snead. Got things going early, but South Carolina comes out with the win. How do you? There's a lot of different ways to watch a last-second field goal, Tyler. You can watch it. You can turn your head, close your eyes. What about you? That last field goal. What were you doing?
I was watching it. I thought we had a chance to block it.
Yeah.
So I was putting all the faith in those guys to do it. I'm not the type to look away. I want to see what happens. I was really hoping he would miss or something, but he didn't, and that was the game. That hurt a lot, but it's flush now. We got to move on.
And Tyler, we're both moving on as NFL fans too. Your team lost week 1. My team lost yesterday. I'm still pissed off about it, but we move on. Washington plays the Giants coming up Thursday night. Who the Cowboys got this week? I haven't even looked. Have you?
I haven't looked either.
Your boys look good on offense, Tyler.
They show some bright spots.
Yeah, and maybe some improvements on defense. But as you said before we got going here, you can't leave a second on the clock with Tom Brady's got the ball, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Dallas week 2 has the Chargers. I saw them up close and personal yesterday. Yeah, tough group.
They played good.
Yeah.
That'll be a tough one.
Snead, appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck on Saturday against Marshall, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
There is Tyler Snead. He dropped by the Pirate Radio studios earlier today, recapping his performance in the Pirates' loss 20-17 to South Carolina on Saturday. We have a big hour 3 in store for you, including a giveaway. We'll open up the Pirate Radio booty bag, so stick around for that. Also, stick around for our talks with Holt Nailers, DJ Ford, CJ Johnson, Bruce Bivens, and Xavier Smith. It's all ahead inside the Players Lounge on the Bud Light ECU Report. We're back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders. Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on
own car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers' family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting, sports, and accessories, and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Barat.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Clip Barat here. I was watching a highlight. Lamar Jackson had tweeted out a highlight. I think, is this Georgia Tech? I think this is Georgia Tech. But
looks like it.
Defensive guy recovered a fumble, picked up the ball, and Lamar Jackson says that boy stiff-armed his teammate into a block. I was like, all right, that sounds interesting. And the defensive player's running down the field and literally took his teammate and threw him into a guy to the opposing team. It is that's a play I'd like to see more of. Taking the teammate.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Pushing him into the defense. That's a good play.
It's like, look, dude, you're supposed to be blocking that guy. Here.
I'm going to help you out. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens tonight against the Raiders on Monday Night Football. We'll have it here for you right here on Pirate Radio.
The Raiders.
Zay Jones in action tonight.
I tell you what, man.
What do you think about Zay?
We're going to play him a lot tonight, man.
It's getting better. I don't know. You were kind of subdued.
Hurts my throat.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
A little bit. Another.
I'll tell you what, though, Derek Carr, man. I tell you what, I like this guy. He's going to throw it to Zay Jones, man. Take Zay Jones over 0.5 catches, man. I'm telling you.
Another voice in the arsenal for Chandler Honeycutt. Pretty soon we're going to have to do Mark Lindsay interviewing John Gruden.
Coach, a little bit, please. What do you think? You put in Mike Glennon there a little bit. He went to NC State. Tell us a little bit why you went with Mike Glennon there in the second quarter, and you were only up 7-0. Tell us a little bit. Walk us through a little bit of that, a little bit for sure.
I got to tell you, I like that guy.
I tell you what, I looked at Mike Glennon's tape, man, and I said, Mike Glennon is my guy. I said, Derek Carr, man, I said, you're a good quarterback, man, but we have a guy named Mike Glennon who's going to take us to the promised land. And then I realized it wasn't Mike Glennon, it was Marcus Mariota, man, and he took us to the promised land, Mark.
All right, thank you, Coach. It's pretty good. First time I heard that was today from you, so
yeah,
it's a work in progress.
Definitely not one of my best.
Yeah, it'll get there. All right, let's listen to an interview we conducted earlier today. Myself and Troy D talked to the quarterback of the East Carolina Pirates,
Holton Ahlers, man.
Thank you, Coach. It is Holton Ahlers, who joined us after a rough one offensively for the Pirates on Saturday. We discussed it with Holton, and here's how that sounded. All right, back inside the Players Lounge here on Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock, Troy D joining us, the quarterback for the East Carolina Pirates, Holton Ahlers, on the Fixed NC Live line. Holton, appreciate your time. How you doing today, man?
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. And Holton, we'll get into it. A dismal performance offensively by the Pirates on Saturday, and you said it yourself. You pointed the finger at yourself after the game. 11 of 24, 77 yards, 2 interceptions. You spoke immediately following the game, Holton. Have you had a chance to look back at tape and kind of see what went wrong for you guys on Saturday?
Yeah, I have. I've probably watched that film too many times now. It's a new week. Like I said, I do put the finger at me. Don't point at anyone else. I got to be better, and I'm aware of that. And I'm going to be hard on myself to be better this week. So good thing about football is we got a new opportunity Saturday, and that's what I'm focused on.
How quickly, Holden, after a game like that, do you move on? Again, you got to get ready for the next opponent, but at the same time, you got to clean up your mistakes. So when does everything turn 100% focus to Marshall?
Yeah, emotionally, you usually give yourself 24 hours, even after a win. Just a 24-hour rule. Just whatever happened that game, emotionally, take it out of that 24 hours, and then from there on, just learn from your mistakes and grow from it. And during practice, focus on your mistakes and get better from it. So that's what we're going to do as an offense. Defense played a really good game, and we got to come out there and we got to perform better.
Holden, you had a long run in the game, and you came up. It appeared to be wincing a little bit, and I don't know, maybe leaning towards the shoulder some. But how were you feeling during the game after that, health-wise, and how are you today?
Yeah, after any game, you're going to be sore. That run took a hard hit. I didn't really know there was anyone else behind me, so I didn't brace myself for impact. But I'll be good. Just stay in the training room, and just kind of like any other week, you're going to have bumps and bruises coming out of it, and that's every football player in America. So just got to continue to stay in the training room, get better, and get ready for Saturday.
Holden, this is Troy. Looking at the positive side of things, this is a SEC team you guys faced. You had them on their heels the entire game. It took them to literally the last play of the game to get a victory. I view this as a few years ago. I think the South Carolina team steamrolls East Carolina. So I know the outcome wasn't the way you guys wanted and Pirate fans wanted, but I do see improvement from where this thing could have been a number of years ago. When you look at it from that perspective, I still see improvement, and this team still has a chance to have a really good season. Is the optimism and perspective there with you and your teammates for going forward?
Yeah, I think so. This team knows that our season isn't over. We knew going in our non-conference was going to be a tough schedule. No matter what SEC team you play, they're the SEC, and they're going to get those big-time players. And they certainly had some on Saturday, but it's definitely a game that we think we should have won. We definitely thought we had them on the ropes, and we got to play a lot better offensively, like I said, and the defense has played lights out that day, and you just got to play better and get ready for the next week, and that's what we're focused on.
Doesn't get tremendous easier going on the road up against Marshall this weekend. What's the early takeaway from that as far as what your expectations when you face that Marshall defense?
Yeah, they're going to be another tough team. They're returning 3 out of 4 guys up front, and they're really skilled. But it's going to be a good environment. They always have a good environment up there, and excited to go up there and have a good test with us. But we're going to show a lot what we are too. Anytime you get knocked in the jaw like that, you got to bounce back, and that's what we're hoping to do.
Holden, kind of a unique start to the season where your first game is at a neutral site. It was a road game. App State had more fans, but it was at Bank of America Stadium. You come home in front of your home fans week 2. Now your first true road game. So do you have to do anything differently offensively? Maybe some silent calls, signals when you go on the road for your first true road game coming up Saturday?
Yeah, we are. We're going to go, I think, to a silent cadence this week, just because they do have a good following up there. They're winning right now too, and they got a new coach in there with a lot of excitement. So we are going to go to a silent cadence this week, just in preparation for that being a loud crowd. But that's the atmosphere that you want to play in. You want to go into environments like that, and that's what makes college football so fun is the passionate fans. So we're going to go with the silent cadence this week and kind of roll with that. So. But it should be fun, man. I'm excited to get up there and play in front of those fans.
Holden, I know we've talked about this before, but is there any talk about, you're such a threat as a mobile quarterback, and I know there's been some talk with Donnie and the guys about wanting still to keep you protected and not getting hurt, but has there been any talk about opening things up a little bit more where you're able to be a little more mobile? And from my perspective, I'm just watching, but is it safer almost that when you do run, you can avoid hits sometimes? You can slide, you can go out of bounds, or you could apply a hit yourself versus if you're forced to stay in the pocket, receiving it, you're getting hit anyway, and you're not able to move the ball. What is your perspective on that? Will we see you kind of get the green light to be able to be more mobile, and what's your take on those situations as far as the hits? Is it better to be running versus just being stuck in the pocket?
Anything to help the team win. I like to run the ball, I do, and I like to be mobile, and anything to help the offense move the ball is what I'm up for. I'm definitely not shying away from contact of any sort, but when I'm running the ball, I can, see guys coming and get down when I need to get down if needed, or if we need to get the first down, try to get the first down any way we can. But, whatever Coach K calls up is what we're going to run. We're going to trust in him and just let him call his game and see whatever he thinks is the best way for us to win, and that's what we're going to trust in.
Holden Naylor's joining us. Holden, you said earlier the defensive performance was impressive, and talk about getting better week to week. East Carolina got gashed on the ground week 1. Week 2, South Carolina barely cracked 100 yards rushing. And how inspired, how proud of you are you of those guys on the defensive side of the ball for the performance they had?
Very, man. Those guys work really hard. They definitely deserve all the credit that they're getting. They played their hearts out, and I hate that the offense didn't play that way to get them dubbed on Saturday. But hopefully we get things turned around this Saturday, and they keep playing the way they will. We'll be just fine.
Holden Naylor's joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. It'll be ECU Marshall coming up 6 o'clock. Our coverage begins 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Saturday. Holden, once again, C.J. Johnson, just 2 catches. And, I'm sure you're tired of getting this question, but how can you get him more involved? Tyler Snead did have 5, so he was more involved in the passing game. But that C.J. Holden connection, obviously something that leads to success and something you want to see, I'm sure, a bigger number than 2 beside his name.
I do. Anytime we can get him, CJ, or Josiah the ball, him, Snead or Josiah the ball, we certainly want to. I certainly want to. So just gotta get the right guys in there in the right space and the right timing and everything down. So we're going to continue to work on it. We've had a lot of passes together, so it's not like we're off connection or anything. We just got to get him the ball more.
Holden Naylor's joining us. Holden, really appreciate your time and answering our questions here on Pirate Radio Live. And good luck this Saturday. Big game coming up on the road at Marshall, and we wish you nothing but the best, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Go Pirates.
Hey, thanks, Holden.
Holden Naylor's joining us inside the Pirate Radio Players Lounge, and a rough day at the office for Ahlers and this offense, and he's taking the blame, and we'll see if they open up things some. We'll see if they go to another quarterback. Somebody had asked in Facebook Live earlier, any talk of Garcia, or I'll get the exact wording of the question. Has there been any mention as to why Garcia isn't seeing any playing action? No, but we just keep going back to the coaches aren't ready to put him in, clearly. Mike Houston has his weekly press conference on Tuesday. I'm sure he'll be asked about Ahlers' performance on Saturday. Is there an option to go to another quarterback? How's Garcia doing in practice? So we might get some answers to that coming up on Tuesday as Mike Houston will have his weekly press conference.
Clip, I'm just seeing breaking news. Southern California is firing Clay Helton.
Wow. Yeah, they got smoked by Stanford the other night. And Clay Helton, according to Brett McMurphy, is out of here. Interesting. Thank you for that, sir.
Yep, no problem.
Let's take a time out. We'll come back. When we return, we will hear from ECU safety DJ Ford. He joined me earlier today on the Fixed NC Live line, and we're planning to go out live to talk to CJ Johnson coming up at 5:30. So we got those two interviews coming up, and at the end of that segment, we'll make you a winner and open up the Pirate Radio booty bag here on a Monday. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer, nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Come pop a top this ECU football season at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or sleeping issues? Eastern Healthcare has a solution for you. Eastern Healthcare is the premier CBD store with retailer quality products to help with any ailment you might have. They carry nationally recognized brands such as Curative's Delta 8, CBD Distillery, and Charlotte's Web with a wide variety of delivery systems.
This is Adam from Eastern Healthcare. Come visit our store at 2245 Stansburg Road across from Vidant Hospital or call 227-4199. Eastern Healthcare. Wellness starts here.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Down East Wood Ducks baseball is back for the final series of the season. Come out Friday, September 17th for a spectacular fireworks show. Get your tickets now at woodducksbaseball.com. See you at Granger Stadium for Wood Ducks baseball. Go Woodies!
blah blah blah. This blah 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 is blah pirate blah blah radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is now open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, some interesting college football news coming out this hour. Chandler mentioned, brought it up a moment ago, Brett McMurphy reporting that Clay Helton fired at USC. Of course, that's they've dropped as a program some, but still one of the most attractive premier jobs in all of college football. Urban Meyer got killed yesterday in Houston. What if he hangs it up and decides to go to USC? What a move.
Oh, my gosh.
I want that to happen just for the story.
Well, he has to have time with his family first.
That's right. He's going to spend the rest of this season with his family and then go coach USC next year. This is a weird one. So we had been talking about it, and we hadn't got into specifics, but Navy has struggled through 2 weeks. They fired their offensive coordinator.
Right.
Ivan Jasper. He has been, I didn't realize he had been there.
Is he looking a new job?
No, he's got a job.
Oh, what's that?
He was reinstated at Navy as the quarterback's coach. and this is what's strange to me. Usually when a coordinator's fired, like, the head coach is okay with it and even, like, makes the move, right? Makes the decision. Right. Well, and maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe this is how it always goes. I don't think so. But athletics director Chet Gladchuk made the move to fire the offensive coordinator. Ken Niumatalolo said that he asked Gladchuk to reconsider the decision, saying of Jasper, quote, losing him was not the right answer. We're better with him. He's the best option coach around, end quote. So Navy will bring him back in as a quarterback's coach, which is very strange. Keenan Reynolds, which is a name I never want to hear again.
Oh, no.
Because he tortured the Pirates.
Is he on their coaching staff?
No, he was an awesome player, though. But he said, he tweeted out, this whole situation infuriates me for a number of reasons. You can't unring the bell. They fired him, and then they bring him back in. It's got to be awkward for everyone involved. But anyway, Gladchuk is back on the team, but only as a quarterback's coach, not an offensive coordinator.
So
weird stuff.
Who's going to call plays?
I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know if that was in this article.
I'm sure he'll end up calling them again. That's strange.
Yeah, he might just kind of walk right back into the role.
Because it's his playbook.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Here's a crazy stat to consider with...
The stats to consider.
With the Cleveland Browns' loss yesterday, that makes it 17 consecutive years that they've started the season 0-1.
Who?
The Cleveland Browns.
Oh, wow.
0-1.
And they did it in the most Browns way possible yesterday.
By the way, stat sandwich.
Think about?
Stat to consider sandwich. Patrick Mahomes undefeated in September.
That is a crazy stat to consider.
Browns haven't won a Week 1 game in 17 years. Patrick Mahomes has never lost a Week 1 game as starting quarterback. All right, let's get to more of our Players Lounge interviews and hear from DJ Ford. He and the defense had a good performance on Saturday. Talked to DJ earlier today, and here's how that sounded. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC live line as we continue the Pirate Radio Lounge, Players Lounge with DJ Ford, East Carolina safety, joining us today. DJ, appreciate your time, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming on. And DJ, we talked a lot last week about making improvements from Week 1 to Week 2, and the defense did just that for East Carolina this weekend. Really in the run game, for the Pirates, allowing just 106 rushing yards. For South Carolina, only 214 through the air. You guys and forced some turnovers as well. You guys really put together a good performance on Saturday. Didn't get the win, but DJ, how pleased were you with the defensive effort there on Saturday?
I was very pleased with our guys on the defensive side of the ball. We did a really good job of doing everything that the coaches asked of us this week. We came out, we were flying around. We triggered a lot faster than we did in week 1. I don't know if you guys could tell it or not, but when we play fast like that, we have a lot more energy, and it just gets the guys rolling.
DJ Ford joining us. DJ credited with 6 tackles, 4 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and you got a fumble recovery too, right, DJ?
Yes, sir, I did.
The turnovers, and that's the key every single week. How much is that stressed by Blake Harrell? How much is that stressed by you and the leaders on the defense to win that turnover battle?
Turnovers is something that we take a lot of pride in. As a coaching staff, our coaching staff stays on us about creating turnovers and keeping our energy high, and that's exactly what we did. We got after them. We got after the ball. We took the ball away, and we played with a lot of energy. And the guys on the team, we wanted just as much, if not more, than the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we definitely place a lot of priority on.
DJ had Tyler Snead on earlier, and he's a big fan of the Pirates defense. He talked about the 2 for 12 on third down for South Carolina. He credited you guys. He credited the fans in the stands at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. That's another key indicator on a good football team, a good defense. 2 for 12 for South Carolina. You guys were great on third down.
Yes, sir. We did a really good job on third down. Like I said, guys were flying around having fun. We didn't even realize it was that crazy of a stat line until after the game. You know, of course, we get caught up in the moment. We knew that we were playing good, but, I mean, of course, we always want to hold them to 0. So,
DJ, I say it a lot. One thing that really gets the crowd going is good defense, because the crowd's got to be quiet when the team's on offense, but they can get as loud as they want to when you guys are on defense. How much fun was that, your first experience playing at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in front of a crowd?
Oh, man, it was so much fun. It was unbelievable. It felt like a movie, you know. The crowd was really into the game. They were really loud. Anytime we, you know what I'm saying, waved our hands, get them pumped, they were just extremely active in the game. And that energy that we got from them definitely helped throughout the game.
DJ, not the result you wanted, a 20-17 loss to South Carolina, but again, we've talked about the positives on the defensive side. Is that something you carry into this week's practice? Talk about your improvements and try to get even better when you take on Marshall this Saturday.
Yes, sir. I think you said it correctly. We'll bring that into this week, but we're not satisfied. We want to get even better. We want to hold them to fewer yardage, you know what I'm saying, less conversions on third down, and just keep improving all around.
Marshall coming up next, DJ, man. They put up some points, 49 on Navy, 44 on North Carolina Central, a high-powered offense there that has played well through 2 weeks. Have you dove into that film yet, DJ, or is that coming later in the week?
So guys are doing some film study on their own today, because today is our off day. But I know we're getting some of the guys together defensively and watching some film without the coaches and everything. So we're getting ready to get that started, but we have not started yet as a team. That starts tomorrow.
DJ, 2 weeks into it, and again, you were in on a lot of tackles, a lot of plays on Saturday. How's the body feeling on this Monday?
I felt better. Just a little sore, nothing crazy, you know. That's just a part of the game that we play. We're kind of modern-day gladiators, the way we throw our bodies around, and we're extremely physical, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the name of the game that we play. We signed up for this, so that's part of it.
And DJ, you said it earlier, you got to take the frustration, but you said the word fun, and then the guys were flying around having fun on defense. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about, and of course, winning is a lot more fun, too. That's kind of the cherry on top. I know you're trying to get that first W of 2021.
Yes, sir. I truly believe that once we get our first W and we get the ball rolling, it's just going to kind of snowball, you know what I'm saying? The confidence level is only going to increase. Guys are only going to buy in more and more into what the coaches are saying and things of that nature. So it's all about us as a team and how we respond. And I have the most confidence that we're going to respond and come out and get the W this week.
DJ Ford joining us on the Fixed NC Live line here in the Players Lounge. DJ, we'll let you get back to your schoolwork and your football work. We appreciate you joining us, man, and good luck coming up this Saturday in Huntington.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That was DJ Ford, East Carolina safety, joining us earlier today. Talked to him here in the Players Lounge, and right now we'll go out live on the Fixed NC Live line and talk to CJ Johnson, East Carolina wide receiver. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. CJ, how you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing really good, man.
Appreciate you joining us, especially after a tough loss. Those are tough to take for everybody, CJ. The fans, the coaches, and certainly the players. But you got to move on from it quick. How frustrating is it like that to lose on a last-second field goal, CJ?
Oh man, it's so frustrating because we know that we outplayed them, and we just have to fix the small mistakes that we made to bring it all together and come out with a win. Coach Houston told us all year that we were going to be in close ball games all year. So,
and and you're right. And the old cliche, you lose by a lot, then you lose close, then you start to win close. And the Pirates trying to win one of those close ones here at the end. CJ, a rough performance from the offense. South Carolina stymied that Pirate offense. Have you gone back and watched the film? And what did they do to hold you guys down offensively on Saturday?
Oh man, we watched the film. They have big bodies up front, and they got a little bit of push. And we, if you go back and look at the film, receivers were open. It just broken down plays. Like I said, little mistakes that we can easily fix. We have to fix those on the offensive side. But I feel like the defense, they played their tails off. They played a great game.
Yeah, you say that, CJ. On one side, it's like, man, we left some big plays on the field. On the other side, it's like, hey, those plays are there. Let's get them next time. That's the mentality, right? That look, we can fix this. We can get this thing going.
Yes, sir. That is definitely the mentality. You always got to have that next play mentality. So.
Great play to open up the game with. Tyler Snead throws it to Josiah Hatfield for a touchdown. I asked Tyler earlier who had the strongest arm in the wide receiver room. He wouldn't really give me a name, CJ. How about you? If I ask you, could you throw the ball further than Tyler Snead?
I don't know. That was a dime. That was a Patrick Mahomes dime. But I mean, I got a little 65-yard bomb in me.
No, he dropped it in the bucket, and part of that too is he said it's impossible to overthrow Josiah Hatfield, so just throw it as far as you can, and that guy will go get it, right?
Oh man, the hardest thing is to overthrow Josiah. He's just so fast; he outruns every ball. So.
Beautiful play drawn up there as the Pirates do go down to South Carolina 2017. Marshall coming up next, CJ, and man, they've been putting up some points and playing pretty good defense so far against Navy at NC Central. Have you started to look ahead to the Herd yet?
Oh yes, we have. We're looking to come out and play our game and come out with a dub. We're evaluating film. We know that they got athletes, but we have athletes too. So.
CJ, one thing that Snead and Ehlers have talked about today is the silent cadence. You'll be in your first true road game. Going to be a pretty good crowd of green, I would think, in Huntington. So that's something you guys work on probably already, but maybe focus on this week. Is that something you're comfortable with? If you have to go silent count because you won't be able to hear each other on the field?
Oh, most definitely. We so all last year, since there wasn't any fans, we went silent count. So
yeah. That was because the opposing team could hear you, though, right?
Yeah.
CJ Johnson joining us. CJ, I don't know, what do you look to improve on this week as an offense as you get ready for the Herd?
Oh man, we just look to improve on executing better and just having that fire mentality the whole game instead of just having it in the first half. We got to come out in the second half Coach K says the game is won between the second and third quarter, so we just got to come out stronger at halftime.
Man, we mentioned that earlier too. We'll end on this, CJ, but I've heard the middle eight, the last four of the first half, the first four of the second half. the last 2 weeks, the first 2 games of the season, you had that Hail Mary catch overturned at halftime, and then the pick six on Saturday, and that's hurt the Pirates those last 2 plays. So it really does show the momentum that can really shift that last minute of the second quarter.
Yes, sir.
See,
that shows it the most like that, because you think about it, a Hail Mary counts as a different ball game coming out of halftime, makes a little bit more energy.
No doubt.
And that pick six, like if it didn't happen, like I said, at a halftime, we're coming out with way more energy.
CJ, I appreciate you joining us today, man. We'll let you get back to work, and we will talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. There's CJ Johnson, ECU wide receiver, joining us, and man, it's tough for the fans to move on. Like, I'm still mad at Ron Rivera from yesterday. I'll probably be mad all tomorrow. By Wednesday, I hope to move on. But these players and these coaches, that they have no choice but to get over it quick and get ready for the next one. And that's what this team is doing right now. It's got to be tough to do after you lose on a last-second field goal. But they're getting back to work and getting ready for Marshall, Chandler.
You still like Ron Rivera, don't you?
I like Ron Rivera just fine. I wish he wasn't a coward at the end of the game yesterday.
I guess he's only riverboat in Carolina.
Boy, that was just
very not like him.
That was just.
I was watching it with you when it happened.
Was I not? This is not like after the fact. Like,
no, this was in the moment.
In the moment,
yes.
The game was lost right there. I knew it. And they never touched the ball again. They waved the white flag. They said, "Here, Chargers, you take the ball. You've been driving on our defense all day. You've been converting an NFL record amount of third down conversions. Take the ball, run out the clock,
and win the
game.
Leave
our stadium."
That's exactly what happened.
I don't know how he got on this. Oh, yeah, it's hard to get over losses. That's how he got on this. My point was these players have to move on, it sounds like. And Tyler Snead said it earlier. They take their time to sulk, 24 hours, and then boom, it's gone. Move on to the next one. That's what they got to do.
And I'm sure these players are, going to practice every day with that mindset that they're ready to get this first win. And look, defensively, the Pirates have a lot of positivity to look on.
They played winning football on defense.
They did. They brought the pressure. I like the pressure that we brought on Zeb Nolan the other day. I thought our DBs were playing really well. Our linebacker play really improved. So, I mean, there's something right there to play for. And, that defense is looking really good. We need to, I think Troy D said it earlier in the show that maybe spice some stuff up on offense and utilize these players to their ability. Because, look, we have talent on this offense when it's Tyler Snead, C.J. Johnson. Josiah Hatfield is a speedster on the outside. And both of our running backs, Harris and Mitchell, and, of course, our quarterback, Holton Nailers. So I think we're just going to have to spice some things up on offense and, mix it up. And hopefully the Pirates get that first win this week in Huntington.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back when we return. Troy D. talk to a couple of current Pirate linebackers, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith. One of my favorite plays from Saturday is when they had a meeting at the quarterback. Both of them got to Nolan at the exact same time for splitting a sack. We'll hear from those guys, but right now we'll make you a winner!
Booty, 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 booty everywhere! Booty, 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 booty everywhere!
I tell you what, man.
You know what? Instead of making somebody a winner today, let's punt and just end the show now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just do what Washington did yesterday. I know we have more time on the clock, and we could win. We could make you a winner.
I tell you, he would have went for it, man.
But
me, John Gruden, I would have went for it, man. I would have went for it on fourth down, man. You don't punt the ball there. I know old rooster neck Billy Weaver, man. I know he wants to.
Rick Smith, do you think they should have punted there? Or?
I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
All right, what are we giving away, Shirley? We'll give something away.
A shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's.
Here, have this fish taco. Have it. Run out the clock.
I'm gonna go punt it in the parking lot. Shrimp taco can be yours if you are caller number
12
317-1250. We're back with more after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Envision and save over $3,000 or 0% financing for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty on all new and pre-owned vehicles.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Brian Coleman or CJ Messerly at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holt Nailers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $1,000 a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. And congratulations to Thomas Follett of Greenville picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus ice-cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All righty, we have heard from Tyler Snead, Holton Nailers, DJ Ford, CJ Johnson. Let's continue on inside the Players Lounge as Troy D caught up with a couple of Pirate linebackers who had good performances on Saturday. Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith had a party at the quarterback. Pirates played well enough to win on the defensive side of the ball. Certainly did not on offense. They're hoping that can get corrected before Saturday when they take on the Marshall Thundering Herd. And the defense looking to keep rolling. Troy D talked to Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith earlier today. Let's hear that right now.
Troy D back inside the Players Lounge with Xavier Smith and Bruce Bivens from the ECU defense. Guys, first of all, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Good being back. Yes, sir. Good being back.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Don't get too fired up yet, Bruce. We got to keep you even keel here. Let's talk about last weekend. First of all, outstanding performance by the defense. I think really one of the storylines of the game was the improvement from game 1 to game 2 from App State to South Carolina. Mm-hmm. You guys were a big part of that. Your thoughts and feelings, first of all, after last weekend. So we'll start with Bruce.
It was a real bitter feeling, after the game, knowing how hard we played and stuff, and we let them off the hook at the end. But it's a little sweet too because we know we improved and we know how good our team can be. So, we just got to keep building off of that and just try to keep getting better and better and better.
Xavier, your thoughts?
Just going off what Bruce said, I feel like as a defense, we saw what we could be, and we seen all the hard work we put in the preparation, and that when we have a good week of practice and we execute at a high level, that it does translate to the game. And I think we all got a glimpse of that this past Saturday. Things didn't fall how we wanted them to fall, but there's a lot of positives we can take away from that game that we had to transition and keep playing like that week after week after week. So it was just a good thing to see defensively. But, I'm still upset that we didn't come out victorious because I feel like we did play well enough and good enough to get the win.
As you guys know, 3 phases to the game: offense, defense, special teams. It really kind of takes everybody working together. You can't just do it just with one phase. But I know you guys really showed up. Xavier, I believe you had 8 tackles, Bruce 6. You both shared a sack. Your stats from Saturday looked really good. Your play looked impressive, and I was getting fired up watching Bruce getting fired up on the field after his big tackles too. How did that feel to get out there and finally feel like you were making a difference?
It felt great, and especially the atmosphere kind of amplified it too. It just felt real good to know that our defense is playing good and knowing that I can contribute to that.
You saw Xavier, App State got over, a couple hundred yards rushing, kept South Carolina just 100 yards. You guys really shut down the run game. Take us back to that last drive. I know that's one you guys, that was probably, if there was anything that you could take back, maybe that last drive where they kept on eating yards and yards and yards and getting close enough to kick a field goal. What were you guys seeing on that last drive that they had?
It was just execution pieces, It was late in the ball game. We just have to work on, finishing what we were doing the rest of the game. We have to keep playing the way we were playing for all 4 quarters. We can't let up. And there's some plays, maybe if it was being fatigued or tired, but mentally, the focus wasn't there, and the execution started to slip just a little bit.
I thought you guys matched up physically really strong with this SEC team. As you mentioned earlier, had these guys on their heels the entire game. It took them to the last play of the game to win it. You guys, how do you guys view it? And then after you've watched some of the tape, as far as how you physically matched up with the South Carolina Gamecocks?
Me personally, I feel like that's the SEC opponent. 1 and 2, they were some pretty big guys. They were pretty physical, and if we could match up against them physically, we should be able to match up against anyone. So we just taking that into consideration. We got a real good football team. Physically, we have a real good football team physically, and we just got to work on the mental piece to keep pushing us forward.
And Xavier, I know you guys were able to get some turnovers too, which is something y'all work on all the time.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of Bruce, it's all about a mindset. It doesn't matter how big the team is, how strong it is. It's about who wants it more, who prepared better, who got better in the film room, who really studied their opponent. And I feel like we did a great job this week on getting like key things to help us elevate during the game. So I feel like that played a big part as well. Because, they were bigger than us, but, it's about a 1-2 mindset, and I feel like we had that, and we're feeding off each other the whole game.
I said it earlier. I think this is a South Carolina team. Who's to say how good they are, at the end of the season? But this is a South Carolina team. I think a few years ago, if we played them, they steamroll East Carolina. So for ECU, and granted, it would have been great to finally send them home with the loss. But I see improvement big picture-wise as far as where this team was a few years ago to where it is right now. I know the frustration level as far as the wins and losses aren't there yet, but that doesn't mean they can't be coming soon.
Yeah. Right, I think the same thing. It's a process in everything you do. No matter how long it takes, it's a process. So we just got to keep trusting that process.
How are you guys doing physically? How's the team, as far as your other teammates on the defense doing physically? It was a physical game. You guys look good to me. You sound good, but how's everybody holding up right now?
We're doing good physically. We're just getting treatment, getting the nicks and bruises taken care of. But, we have no, major concerns injury-wise. So, it was just a physical game. We knew what we were getting into before the game. You just got to take care of your body afterwards, prepare for the next week.
Once again, just a few key plays here or there go the other way. East Carolina potentially dominates that game. And we're talking a different story today. This team, I know, is hungry. As you turn your sights now to Marshall, the Thundering Herd, I know you'd love to take some aggression on those guys. And what are you guys' thoughts and feelings? What do you see from this Marshall offense that you expect going into Saturday?
We haven't really dove too deep. We're just trying to finish the film from South Carolina and correcting our mistakes. But from what I see, they got a pretty good football program, and we gotta attack like how we would any other team. Just go in there and do what we gotta do and play our style of football.
This will be a road game. I know you guys mentioned the energy in the stadium Saturday. How much of a factor was that for y'all, having fans back in the stands and being able to feed off of that?
It was amazing, to be honest. I missed that personally. I know a lot of the younger guys, they really admire that. That's I remember my first game when I seen a whole bunch of fans in the stadium. It's really not breathtaking, but it's an unforgettable moment you have. So I know a lot of guys, really feeding into that. And we love and support you guys. You love and support us. So it's a love relationship.
How'd practice go yesterday? How's the mentality of this team mentally right now?
I feel like we're good. We're just working on improving us. Like I said, it's a process, and we know that. So we're just going to keep doing what we got to do to make sure we get over the hump.
Guys, great seeing you as always. Thank you for coming in the Players Lounge here on Pirate Radio, and we'll wish you the best of luck going on the road to Marshall, and we will hook up with you again next week.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Xavier Smith, Bruce Bibbins with Troy D inside the Players Lounge. You've heard from those two gentlemen. Also, DJ Ford, Holt Nailers, Tyler Sneed on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take our last break. Come back. You're ready to wrap it up. If you're listening to our live Monday edition, you'll hear the Brian Bailey Show coming up next with Robert Jones and JJ McLamb. We will wrap up Pirate Radio Live on a Monday when we return after this.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
There's clearly a difference.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was up 261 points at 34,869. The NASDAQ was down 9 points at 15,105. And the S&P was up 10 at 4,468. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. And taking a look at your Bucks scoreboard, the Yankees beat the Twins. That was a makeup game from back in August in 10 innings. The Yankees beat them by a final of 6-5. The Rays take on the Blue Jays tonight at 7:07. It'll be the Cardinals and the Mets at 7:10. The Red Sox are over on the left coast. They're going to take on the Seattle Mariners at 10:10. And, of course, we've got Monday Night Football. You can hear that game right here on Pirate Radio beginning at 7:30. And that is a look at your Bucks scoreboard brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall. It's your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in Eastern North Carolina. They are open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. And now during football season, they have food trucks during the day. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for the updated schedule. And we'll see you at the Buck. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
Dubuck.
Dubuck.
All right, couple of housekeeping items. It's back. Join Pirate Radio and Fleet Feet of Greenville to kickstart your game day on September 25th with a $5 5K. It's an untimed event. All proceeds will be donated to Robbie's Clubhouse for $10. You can sign up and run and get a shirt, or skip the shirt and do the run for just $5. It'll be 8 a.m. at Fleet Feet on Greenville Boulevard. Sign up by going to runsignup.com and search Pirate Radio. $5 5K, Saturday, September 25th. Want to give another shout out to Warren's Hot Dogs and to Tiebreakers for our awesome pregame and postgame food on Saturday.
My goodness. Them apple turnovers were something else.
The sausage dogs, the hot dogs, that was awesome. And then that cheesesteak and a wrap at Tiebreakers is my new go-to.
I got the boneless wings for the first time. I usually go traditional. I went boneless wings this time to keep it kind of light, and man, they were delicious.
Delish. Thank you, Tiebreakers. Thank you, Warren's Hot Dogs. Looking forward to some Familia coming up on this Saturday. Coming up on Tuesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Ball out!
Ball out!
Kevin Monroe.
No flags!
No flags on the field. Kevin Monroe will join us. Also, Stephen Igloo will be on the show.
Oh, God. I didn't have that ready. I've got it on the same pod. Sorry.
God! Shirley.
Stephen Igloo.
It's okay if you don't have it today, but we got to play it a whole lot while Stephen Igloo's here tomorrow. That's all I'm asking. So.
Oh, no. That's a given.
Okay. Stephen Igloo will be with us. Also, you'll hear what Mike Houston had to say at his weekly press conference. We'll see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.